Arturo Dark Knight, he's one of our best listeners. Oh, UV.
Okay.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another Wednesday night stream. I'm Ranger J, 1999, your host and part of the RC crew. Glad to have you guys here for the Wednesday night festivities. It's hump day. It is definitely time for us to rock and roll. So let us do that. We got the normal crew here. Somebody in the background doing something. I don't know what's going on. But let's introduce everybody, and then we'll get through all the mechanisms, and then we'll get through all the news and stuff. Let's see. Who do I want to introduce first? You know what? I'm going to introduce Tits first. Tits McVenom is here. Tits, how are you?
Hey, guys. I'm lovely, thanks. How are you?
That's right. We're going to be doing your Ross review after this.
I know. Help me get C-3PO unlocked.
We're all going to try. We'll do everything we can to help you. Also joining us on this epic journey, of course, is the one, the only, troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
Howdy, howdy.
Don't you howdy me, mister. After what you did in the pre-stream saying you don't like Bimatsu, I'm calling you out, buddy. Get him, Bimatsu.
Bimatsu knows I love him.
I was about to say, nobody can dislike him.
You really can. He's pretty amazing. Also joining us, we've got, of course, he's on the stream. That's the video of the week. We decided to highlight the new lightsaber that we're using for charity and stuff. The lightsaber builder extraordinaire, the sexy Buddha, Mr. Loki is here.
What's going on?
Sound like you're on your way home from a long day at work.
Always, man.
That's what I'm talking
about. But I'm
about.
off next week, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, also joining us, hanging out just because she can, is the lovely Ouchie Dumpling.
Good evening.
Good evening. Now, did T-Money say she wanted to be on tonight, Finn? Did we invite her?
Let me add her to the call. Yeah. She said, I
don't know if we got confirmation. She said she could hang out tonight or something.
Yeah, she might be doing like a maple syrup heist.
That's true. But luckily, you don't get apparently any time for that in Canada.
Oh, okay.
You just get a polite, please don't do that again, and then get sent on your way. So.
Blame Canada. All right, let's get through the mechanisms. I said the video of the week is the lightsaber that was donated generously by sort of the Jedi. When we hit our goal, we got to around, we're at 4,300 right now of our goal of 15,000 for ACS. So if you'd like to be in the drawing for this wonderful lightsaber, all you have to do is just donate to any of the prizes or anything, or just donate in general to the ACS site. Also, if you could do right now, guys, stop what you're doing. Stop. Don't do anything else. Go hit the thumbs up button. We really appreciate that. Why do we request you guys to do that stuff is because two things help get our content out to the world of YouTube. One of the biggest ones is how long you view, and the other one is thumbs up. Thumbs up means more people have viewed the video and things of that nature. It helps spread when people do searches. It just helps us out tremendously. So if you could do that, we would very much appreciate it. Also, if you haven't, why not join us in our epic run of what we're doing here? Subscribe allows you to know when, and get notifications when we're doing a lot of live stream, and we do a lot of live streaming, folks, let me tell you. The other thing too is we have our Patreon set up. If you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, there's a lot of cool things we do, like the Tits Vic Venom Ross review and special videos we do. So that's one of the benefits of being a certain level of Patreon. So if you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, you can. So there's also that. What else? We've got the Amazon wish list with stuff. People ask me about it. I don't think we've updated with any new stuff on there, but there's stuff on there. If you guys,
we did add the UPS after today, the universal power supply, so your computer doesn't lose power and disconnect every time you get like a little power surge and stuff.
Yeah. That was just power gone. So I mean, it wasn't a power surge; it was power gone. So I mean, I've got a surge protector, but I don't think I have one of those things. So, and then the other thing too is, I mean, there's stuff like that. I've still got the Lego Voltron on there. I don't remember who maybe put that on there a long time ago. So, I mean, it's there. Do with it what you like. Ouchie Dumpling, long ago in a galaxy far, far away, made us put that together. And
isn't it wonderful? It's like you just get little gifts and surprises.
Gifts. Yeah, I've gotten the Darth Revan and stuff, so that was really nice, and some other cool things. So, yeah, it is nice. But, so I think that
we have another guest.
We do have another guest. Let's check to see what other guest has arrived. Oh my God! All the way from the frozen tundra of the land of of ice and snow and maple syrup, we have the pirate lover herself, the maple syrup stealing Canadian T Money G's here.
T.
And she's on mute apparently.
Muted.
I am. Your introductions are just awesome.
I know.
They're just the best.
It's a gift.
We have a serious amount of ladies here tonight.
I know.
It's just a
Well,
slumber.
it's ladies'
It's like a slumber
night,
party.
and the feeling's right. Oh, what a night! Come on, Loki.
What a night.
Oh,
I think
what a-
Loki
Slumber party,
is
I love
way too happy right now.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be?
Wait, is Loki driving? He might need to pull over.
Oh
This is-
my
could be
God!
dangerous.
Yeah, this could be. Yeah. Loki, compose yourself, my friend. Just think of soup and squid at the house when you get there.
I love it.
Yeah, see. But all right, so that's all that stuff out of the way. We talked about the video of the week. Let's get to the shout out word of the day.
Well, let me make another announcement
Sure,
first, Ranger.
let's do that. Okay.
So we have the lightsaber video playing, and Ranger mentioned that this because we are doing the Tiltify campaign for the American Cancer Society, where we are raising money for them. The lightsaber that you are seeing on screen is going to be the giveaway when we hit the 15,000 goal that we have. We are currently at 4323, and so we're almost a third of the way there. Now, why are we showing the lightsaber video? Well, a lot of you guys really like seeing it. And so you can kind of understand why we're giving that away. The other thing is that every dollar that you donate ends up working towards one raffle ticket that we will use in order to give away the lightsaber at the end. So just donating to the Tiltify gives you a chance to win that lightsaber. And there's a bunch of rewards and challenges and all kinds of things up there. But something special that we're going to do just during this stream right now. We are currently at 4323. If we can hit 4,500, we have a milestone set where we will roll the ACS prize wheel and give away another ACS item. But thanks to the American Cancer Society, we also have 2 pairs of Star Wars socks that we will also be giving away. And so for everyone that donates today, we will be putting you guys in an entry to win one of those pairs of socks. So in addition to the ACS prize wheel, we'll also give away 2 pairs of Star Wars socks if we hit that 4,500 mark. So go to the Tiltify page. The description is the link is in the description below of our YouTube video. Go to the Tiltify page, donate. There's a bunch of different fun things there. You can make Grande wear a shirt saying he's CG Carey's pool boy. Me, the wig with glitter and rhinestones and all of that fun stuff. You can also, if you really want an extra chance to win the lightsaber, we also have in the rewards section where you can donate $4 and you can get $5 worth of raffle tickets, meaning that instead of 4 raffle tickets, you actually will get 5. towards the lightsaber. So go ahead there, donate. Again, if we hit 4,500 by the end of the stream, we will do the ACS prize wheel, and we will do the socks, and we will give those away as well.
Okay.
And no, they're not butt socks. They're regular socks.
Regular old socks. Sorry, we couldn't come up with a butt sock. So, sorry about that. All right. That being said, let us get to the shout-out word of the day. And the way it works is we'll give you the word. All you have to do is put it in chat. Finn will scoop it up, and then we'll read the names back to you guys. And that's kind of how it works. So, what is the shout-out word this week, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman?
So the shout-out word is going to be Santa. Santa. Good old Santa.
Santa
So go ahead
Claus.
and type Santa in the chat, and we will pick that up and do the shout-outs.
There you go. So go ahead and put those, get those in there, and we'll scoop them all up. Also, if you have questions, guys, put those in there. We'll get to them after we get through all the news. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. Dr. Finn will scoop those up. We'll get those read out, and then we will answer your questions. So if you have questions, by all means, please go ahead and do that. All right. Let's see here. So that's happening. Now, we also have our Twitter question last week. I don't know if we could top what we did last week, but let's see. What's the Twitter question for this week, Dr.
So
Finn?
this one is going in a different direction. And that's this year when Jolly owns Santa Ben Kenobi comes to leave presents under your SWGOH tree. What do you want him to bring you this December 25th? So Santa Ben Kenobi is coming. He's going to leave some presents under your SWGOH tree. What do you want him to bring? It's that simple.
You couldn't just say Santa Claus. You had to put Santa Ben Kenobi.
Oh, it's Santa Ben Kenobi. We're doing a Star Wars.
Oh, God. Santa
Ben Kenobi.
covers everything, even Star Wars, Finn.
Santa Ben Kenobi.
That's why you're getting coals on your stockings, and I don't blame St. Nick for doing it.
That's energy right there.
I don't know. I mean,
You can do a lot with coal.
Unless you're stuck in a cave. I mean, charcoal maybe, but I mean, let's not.
Them some good eating.
You've never eaten it, Finn. Shut up.
What?
Charcoal.
I've never eaten charcoal, but you can put it in a grill.
All right, so moving on.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not, but it's over his head for some reason. All right. Now that we got all that knocked out, that we're getting the names scooped up. Make sure it's Santa, not Satan. Grim. God. Oh my God. So.
Grim Satan Ben Kenobi.
I can't deal with him right now.
That would be pretty awesome.
I really can't. All right, so we're getting the shout out. Now, who do we want to shout out? Do we have T-Money here? Do we want to do? What are we thinking? What do we want to do for the shout outs?
Okay, let's have. If they're both up for it, I would say that we can have our guests, Miss Ouchie Dumpling and Miss T-Money, do the shout outs.
That'd be nice.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Woohoo.
Do
Wait,
one of
together?
you
Do we have to
a
do it in unison?
No. We have two different shout-outs. We have
We can
the
do
chat
that.
shout-outs and our Patreon shout-outs. Which one would you like to do, T-Money?
I would like to do the one that I am coming to find. I'm just coming to the page right now.
Well, I'm going to put it in the Skype chat, so...
Oh, okay. I will.
But do you
I'll
have a
do the chat.
preference on the, whether you're going to do the regular shout-outs or the Patreon shout-outs? You
I
can pick.
don't. I'll do either one. I would love to do either one.
Okay, so I'll do the Patreon for you, and then, Ouchie, you can read the chat shout-outs.
Loki's about to just explode in his brain.
Shut up. Let them talk.
Adorable.
Look.
Please begin whenever you're ready, ladies.
Oh, who's going first?
You
Miss
go
Dumpling?
first, Money.
Oh,
You can
I
read
go
these, and then I'll put another set for Ouchie.
Big shout out to the Patreon supporters of Reality Skewed Gamers. Chopper, BZ, hey Chopper, long time no talk. Contingent 33, Corinth, Darth Teflon, that's hilarious. Harbinger, Maz Kanata, hey Maz, Pete Lamb, Revenator, Rose Taco, /Van Rhodes, Spaceman Tim, Tangent, Telewak, Tenebris, The Tor, Walter Arnold, War Bobby, and Zarathustra. Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you for supporting this awesome channel.
All right. And then we have, for Miss Ouchie Dumpling, I'm going to post the regular shoutouts.
Why, thank
These
you.
are for all the people that have typed Santa in the chat.
Woo! That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Figures my headset would start beeping at me. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Hey, I don't know that person. Angibri 2000? Is that new?
I think that's a new one. I don't recognize that one either. So welcome, Angibri 2000.
I don't know if that's how you say it. Please tell me if I messed it up.
Finn, we have to be quiet, or Loki's going to cut us.
Have Atomic Fish, Bad Rongo, Bimasu, Bradzo Swaga, Cesar Rodriguez. I'm getting tongue-tied already. Contingent 33, D Perks, Darth Bob, Decepticons, Darth Tallywhack my necker, Devil's Treasure, The Durgan, Fatality V2, Force Master 77, Good Old Maurice, The Dancing King, Grim, Hellenix from UWOL Corellia and the GRDS. Hermetized, I don't know that guy either. Welcome if you're new. Hogzilla, also very unfamiliar. Welcome, welcome. Jacob Baxter, Jason Hobby, Jason Hummel, John Moran, JVU 420, Calician, that's our name for him, Mateus Cavalcanti, Miss Farquhar, Moss Def Isley, Old Jazz, Ouchie Dumpling, that's me, Fat Tony 99, Red 5, Revenator, Rose Taco, Sanely Red, Silverbolt, thanks for the picture, Silverbolt, /Van Rhodes, Styx 13, Takedown Games, Tangent Revolution, The Tor, Vito Onto, and Xylo 1111.
These are the last group of 5 for you, Ouchie.
There's more. Apparingo, Darth Hideous, Eric H., Sean Smith, and Verga Grande Chingon.
There we go.
That's French for not grande.
So, Ouchie and T-Money did the shoutouts. Loki, how would you rate them on a scale of 1 to 100? And I'm pretty sure this score is going to be over 100. But Loki?
Probably over
Yeah,
9.
it's like a million.
Yeah, I figured
I'm happy it's a million.
I figured it was over 9,000.
Well done.
Thanks, Loki.
So
Miss you.
awesome.
Haven't been on stream with you in a long time.
Thank you,
Yes.
Loki.
Love it.
He's a simple creature, folks. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't take much to make him happy.
I mean, he really is.
Did you just burn us, tits?
No. No.
There be fighting words there.
Sorry. I miss you too, tits.
Sounded a lot better in my head, actually.
All right. So I think that gets us ready to start discussing the news.
All right, let's do it. First up, we've got schedule update 12/19/2018. You ready to read this? You know what? We can have tits and Ouchie read. Loki is going to just
honestly,
die.
I read all the time. I'd much prefer Ouchie and...
No, you have to read first. You have to read first,
listen,
Tits, because
Tits,
otherwise Loki is going to miss the trifecta, which is just going to throw him over
We'll
the
just
edge.
go. Each story will allow
Okay.
the ladies to read, because God, I don't want to deal with.
Plus,
it
I have to
afterwards.
replace my headset battery right now.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, there you
So that we're
It's
doing
Christmas.
these.
go. Oh God.
Merry Christmas to Loki. Okay, scheduled update. Is that the one we're going for right now?
That's correct.
Yeah, scheduled update 1219. This post was by SB Crumb. Hi, Holotable Heroes. Today's scheduled update 1219 contains several quality of life changes, event scheduling, and several gear mod bundles will be back in the store. Changes. So,
The,
is that me?
no, that's Ouchie.
Ouchie.
She's fighting.
Fighting a good fight.
She's got the headset on the floor. She's going with the elbow. Oh my God, it's brutal.
So the changes: Galactic War simming requirements have been lowered from 150 campaign completions to 50 campaign completions. I'm sure that's going to make a lot of people happy. Bronzium now appears as the first pack in the store. Yes,
The greatest thing they have ever done.
Yes. Such a simple and easy, pleasing fix. I mean, it's just awesome. The last two holiday gifts have opened into the Snowtrooper and Empress Nest portraits. Find them in your portrait collection. Grand Arena rewards have been updated. They removed Territory Wars rewards will be sent to you in box on the dates below. More info here. So then they also released some new packs and bundles, which are interesting. The Wampa bundle and the Hermit Yoda bundle. Both of those are going to be available December 21st. They both offer 25 shards, credits, training droids, ability mats, and gear. Then they released a Gear and Mega bundle, which is MK12 Armatech Fusion Furnace, MK12 Armatech Thermal Detonator, and the MK12 Armatech Keypad. That's available on the 21st. Then we have another mega bundle that is the Stun Gun, HoloLens, and Data Pad MK12s. That's on December 21st. Then we have a Mod Salvage Starter bundle. It has a bunch of mod salvages in it. You know, you get the gist, December 30th. And then another one, there's two coming out December 30th. Do we want to go into the changes to the Grand Arena rewards here, or are we going to wait till we talk about
I think
Grand
we're
Arena?
covering those later, right, Finn?
Yeah, we're covering the changes to the Grand Arena a little later.
Okay. Do we want to talk about this speculation with the Wampa and the Hermit Yoda bundle? Which
Yep.
is pretty exciting. Okay. Go for it.
You said yep, Finn, so yep, go for it.
Luke.
Are we thinking Luke? Yeah? Is that what we think? I think
You
that's
think?
pretty much the consensus.
I said
right?
it before. I think the next journey of Luke is going to be one of the most interesting because they've done it so far with the Jedi Training Rey and the Luke event where you kind of get that story, right? And it kind of took you through the movies and all of that. So what I'm thinking, and I mentioned this before, is I think this may be the first event where you need a dark side character as well as light side characters specifically for the event. Not like where you needed Empire in order to get R2 and then you needed R2 for Luke. I think the first part of the next Luke event is going to be you needing a Wampa in order to capture a Luke, and then you use the light side in order to free it. I think you're going to be working through that story, and you're going to be using the Wampa and trying to capture your essentially a CLS. So I said it before. I think this makes the most sense, and I think that's maybe why they're releasing these, because a new Luke may be coming soon. It may also be that because of Wampa looks like a giant snowman, that's why they're releasing it.
Would you want to build a snowman?
And Hermit Yoda,
kind of looks like an elf.
Yep.
I mean,
Aw, cute little elf.
He is. He's an adorable little froggy elf. So it's quite possible that's why they did it, but I'm still going to go with the potential of a Luke that requires Wampa and Hermit Yoda. T-Money, what do you think?
I think that's a real possibility. I mean, there have been a lot of packs in the store lately because of Grand Arena and Territory Wars. Hermit Yoda and Wampa are essential to that, and I'm sure some early on pay-to-play players who are just beginning in the game would love to have access to those. So I imagine that those are selling like hotcakes for those early players who have purchased Revan, that sort of thing. But I think that absolutely, when we get Luke's journey, it makes sense that we're going to need Wampa, we're going to need Hermit Yoda. I mean, wouldn't we throw a big old fit if those weren't included in his journey story? I sure would.
I would too. And Red 5 is saying that the devs have said that they won't use Hermit Yoda and Wampa for. I don't believe that for 1 second. I'm just gonna say
really? Well, it's possible. they've never actually, to my
knowledge, it never said specifically.
Like a raid reward or a TB reward as a requirement for something else, because it does exclude new players.
But now it's available through a pack, and it's possible that they're going to give it another source.
Why put a pack out there?
But it's just one pack. You can only buy it once, so you're not going to be able to finish a character that way.
It's true.
Oh, is it only a limit of 1? Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's a limit of 1.
Yeah. That
And
is.
it's 25, like the 25th of December for Christmas. So it's possible that they're just doing it for that. And we're reading way too much into it, but I'm going to say it's still that. And I said it before, so I'm not going to change. I still think that Wampa is going to be needed for the Luke journey.
So,
I'm going to be upset and blame you, Finn, if it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Would you not have worked on Wampa if I didn't say it?
No, I probably would have still worked on
Please,
Wampa.
What do you mean? We told you to work on that. You better be
I
working on
know,
those.
because he's awesome. I am. I'm
But then what are
working
you
on him.
blaming me for?
I don't know, because you got my hopes up. Maybe.
The problem is that the correct response is, do I need a reason? And then the answer is no, and then you can blame me. Because I paid for everything.
True.
See?
So I have a question. If they do, like for TB, go to a new map, like Geonosis, let's say, or whatever, what would happen to the Hoth one? Would it get alternated? Would it only be available to certain, like, newer players? Or what if they're doing that because they're getting ready to change TB maps and have new TB characters instead of in the Guild event store?
It's quite possible that they phase out the old map. The other thing they could potentially do is give you a different map based on your guild GP. Because I think we said this about territory wars in particular, but we could see it with territory battles as well, that they need to add new tiers, right? But adding new tiers to the stuff that's already existing is a little bit difficult. So it's possible that they make the next stage of territory battle, let's say it's Geonosis, have a different GP requirement that makes it either more difficult or less difficult, almost like they're tiering TB and you pick which one you want to do. Do you want to do the Hoth one, which is easier, or do you want to do the Geonosis one, which is harder? I think that would be pretty cool, and then that would let you pick, and it doesn't matter which guild event tokens you get. You can still go after Midriff Padme, because we all know that she's coming to the guild event store. So if you're going after Midriff Padme, you can do it with either map.
You're never gonna let go of that, are you?
No. I want a Midriff Padme in the game, and a Porg. But I'll settle for Midriff Padme.
God.
Yeah, maybe it's just they're getting ready to add new tunes to the Guild event store, and this is just to help people finish up the ones that are there.
Could be. Could be. All right. I gotta say, the bronzium in the front there is just amazing. And then
We didn't get Loki's thoughts. I don't know if Loki's still in shock or not.
No, Loki's just in man of heaven right now, just listening to this. So I don't think we're going to get much interaction from Loki tonight. Loki, do you feel like talking or just
No, not
listening?
yet.
Okay,
I'm still taking it all in.
Okay, good job.
It's
buddy.
overwhelming.
Yeah, I felt that feeling from you in the Force.
I think they're gonna do an Endor map. That's my opinion. I think they'll do an Endor map with a Death Star battle, and then we get Endor Leia and whatever that little, whatever the Endor Trooper or whatever you want to call him in the C-3PO event.
I want that to be a ship and ground raid hybrid Endor. That's what I want.
Ooh.
You know, battle on
Will
the
we
Death
get
Star.
speeders?
I hope so. The ones where you can turn your phone.
At this event, so that was pretty cool. And what everyone is calling Rex, although it wasn't called Rex.
What did Endor Leia do actually? She just kind of like stealthed and shot and stealth.
She killed a lot of stormtroopers.
killing Ewoks.
No, she didn't kill any
No,
Ewoks.
she fed an Ewok a cookie.
Yeah.
No, like in the event.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
she,
yeah.
she just shot
But
him.
in
She
the
didn't
actual
kill
movie,
any
she fed him a cookie, which was a little weird. That she was then killing Wicked. It seemed.
Oh, yeah, we will be helping Tits with the special Ewok event here for the Ross review as well. So, look forward to that. So, that... What?
It's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Do or do not.
So we have a donation into the Tiltify, and it's from Sanely Red, and he put a comment. Just a friendly reminder that I'm going to be streaming Hitman 2 on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern for my birthday.
Hey.
Going to do an elusive target and going to do a Christmas-themed mission where the targets are Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits. Should be a lot of fun. So we're going to be setting up that stream also. And so be on the lookout for that Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sanely's going to be streaming Hitman 2 again with some crazy Hitman nonsense. That's all.
The Wet Bandits from Home Alone. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah. I miss Home Alone.
I do too. I need to watch it again for Christmas.
All
It's a
right.
good Christmas movie.
All right, next one is TU14 Client Update 12/18/2018 from the awesome CG Salacious B. Crumb, who was on our Saturday stream for our charity stream. Ouchie, are you ready to read? Okay.
I was adding somebody to my guild.
I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I mean, I'm sorry we're interrupting your guild stuff, while we're trying to stream.
I can read this one.
No, Loki will kill something. I don't want that on my conscience.
I've got it on my phone right here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to read today without Loki killing us.
No, I'm not even.
The TU14 update one, yeah?
Yep.
Alrighty. Hi, Holotable heroes. Today, December 18th, 2018, we're pushing an update to fix several issues with Grand Arena and some general bugs. We fixed an issue where the order of triggered battle effects was incorrect. We have reverted to the original behavior. This includes the scenario where Scion was able to taunt before Traya cleansed pain.
Thank God! Oh my God!
So annoying. I hated that goddamn bug in Arena and stuff.
That ruined some of my the Grand Arena battles too, because instead of using my normal team, I had to put in like Thrawn in the team because I had to fracture Scion. Otherwise, he kept on taunting when he wasn't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It was annoying as hell. Arena, it doesn't matter so much. 'Cause I don't care if I lose a character or something like that. But in Grand Arena, yeah, that was annoying as hell.
Can't say it really bothered me, but that's all right. I don't tend to use those Sith people.
They're so much fun.
You will soon. They're unlocking Dooku soon. Ouchie,
Ooh, I have escaped it for another day or week or whenever.
Yeah, we couldn't get Ouchie's thing to work, so it's happening. Don't worry, folks. It's happening.
Soon TM.
Yeah, soon TM.
All right, fixed an issue where donating gear would result in the client loading forever. Fixed an issue where the last selected node was not selected when re-entering a fully completed campaign. That was annoying. Fixed an issue where the number of shards rewarded for a hard node battle was displayed under the node on the table map. Fixed an issues, that's a typo, where the find gear also needed by units were snapping to the left of the screen when accessing the menu multiple times. Addressed an issue where inviting friends where Facebook UI elements overlapped. Fixed an issue where Fleet Battle Defeat screen had overlapping text on devices with notches in the screen. That's what you get for buying one of them fancy phones.
Mm-hmm.
Fixed an issue where vanity badges were slightly misplaced on notched devices.
I like this whole notched devices thing. I'm really
What's a
curious
notched
how
device?
It should really be its own section.
I
Notched devices fixes.
What is a notch device? I don't understand.
It's the ones that now go like edge to edge. but you need like a little area for the earpiece and all of that, right? So instead of having it like a rectangle, like a lot of screens, and then like you have like the strips at the end where they put like the button or like the little headphones and everything, they try to make it like full screen, and so it notches in a little bit in order to allow for different pieces that need to be there. And so it doesn't make it like a smooth rectangle. There's like a little notch that comes into like the middle.
Like what kind of device is that? Name one.
I think the iPhone 10 has that. Or the X, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
I was about to say the 10. What are you talking?
I call it the 10, but it's X or whatever. The X is Roman numeral for 10. But if you look at the
iPhone about the 10
or 10 or whatever, like the area where you put your earpiece is like a little, like it protrudes into it from the top, and so it's not like a rectangle. Like the top part has like a little notch, like a cutout for where the ear is.
Yeah. Sounds
so like when it's not a full
problems to me.
It becomes odd.
Yeah. Moving on.
Apparently that issue was so bad they had to put that fix twice in the list.
Yeah.
Because it is repeated. Fixed an issue where players would get error code 40.0 when trying to assign a recommended mod from basic view while the user did not have enough credits. Don't use the basic assign mod feature anyway. Fixed an issue where the background table was moving off screen after opening a data card. Fixed an issue where reinforcement ships were misaligned. Fixed an issue where the light VFX in the lightsabers were missing during battle.
That was fun.
I know.
Whoever forgot to turn on their saber.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many of like posts and comments and like memes about those things. With like CLS just doesn't have his lightsaber; he's just holding a hilt.
Addressed an issue in events where the forced ally capital ship is overwritten by the player's capital ship.
Mm-hmm.
And in Grand Arena, fixed an issue where opponents' points were not updated until the opponent entered the game.
Good.
Addressed an issue where the leaderboard screen did not display the number of ability materials player will earn. Fixed an issue where Grand Arena Contender Part 2 of 3 quest was tracking the wrong stat for play rounds. And fixed an issue where the timers from event and battle table screens were misaligned by 20 seconds.
Over 20 seconds?
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so they did fix. I mean, I think the most important one was like the first one they put with the Traya taunt. I'm just glad that they got rid of that.
So damn annoying.
It was.
All right, that's the list of all the info from Client Update 12/18/2018. So let's move on to the next one, which is this is the droid you're looking for. C-3PO breaks the tank raid. Full auto possible? Over 9,000?
Okay, so this starts a whole chain of things, and so we'll kind of jump into the next one shortly after this, Ranger. But so the reason this is posted is, if you guys don't know, C-3PO is kind of breaking raids right now, and the first one that came out was a video showing how he basically can be on a team and solos the tank raid, and so they put that out there. And then this was the first post, and this happened 4 days ago, and Top Hat came out and made a comment. And his comment, cool video and cool strategy. Wanted to chime in real quick and say that we have no intention of changing this interaction or strategy only for the AAT. While this behavior is an example of play outside the spirit of the game, the AAT has been soloable for a while at this point. If there are any infinite loops that show up in the Sith Raid or other areas of the game, then we'll address them on a case-by-case basis. Which I thought was one of the silliest things to put. Like, just because it's an AAT, you're not going to deal with an infinite loop. At some point, it's going to come up again. It's not like this is only going to happen in one spot. And guess what? It happened! We'll go to the next post, Ranger. Now, C-3PO under a zFinn can basically solo phase 3 of the heroic AAT. And this was the post that they put out like after, like a day after that one.
Right, C-3PO Finn in phase 3 of the Sith Raid by CG Salacious B. Crumb. Whose turn is it to read? Is Team Money reading tonight?
T-Money, do you want to read
Hey,
one?
money.
Sure.
Okay, we are
You need to
on
give me the
number
links.
10 in the agenda.
Agenda? I don't have agenda.
You don't have an agenda. Okay, hold on. I'm posting the agenda. Get ready for a whole bunch of text in the chat. There you go, number 10.
Whee! Number 10. Oh my goodness. Gracious me.
Oh my.
So we were talking about C-3PO and Zeta.
All right. C-3PO Finn in Phase 3 of the Sith Raid. Indeed. Very exciting stuff. Hello, Holotable heroes. It's come to our attention that there is an unintended strategy/interaction involving Finn, Leader-Zeta, C-3PO, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and BB-8 that allows players to auto Phase 3 of the Sith Triumvirate Heroic. As we've indicated in previous updates, there's a link there that you can click on, when we discover an infinite loop that allows players to trivialize endgame contact, we will try to act as swiftly as possible. However, we're all on vacation and we don't want to do it right now.
Wait, I don't see that. That didn't read that part. Wait, where's that?
She's not wrong.
It doesn't say
see
that.
here.
but-
Let me look. Let me see.
That's
No,
the
I
word
don't
on the
see
screen
that.
is like right now they go on vacation and like for like 3 weeks. And so they're like, we'll do it in a little bit. Have fun with it for a little while. Okay. Learning from the issues with our Critolite fix, we're going to wait until the new year before we address this issue. We want to make sure that we have the time to work through all of the ramifications of this change before we put it into the game. C-3PO was an interesting character to test as he can synergize with so many units and factions. We wanted him to enable a wide variety of interesting strategies and teams, even some that we didn't intend, but there are certain areas where we have to step in, i.e. infinite loops. While we do extensive testing internally, the sheer amount of man-hours and squad combinations players have logged with these characters after a couple of days absolutely dwarfs our QA efforts.
Hey,
After
Ranger,
about-
does that last statement sound familiar? I don't know. I feel like I heard that somewhere.
If we heard, it sounds.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
give
I
it to
don't know.
my guild for a few days. We'll break it.
Absolutely not.
Like I have a bunch of people being like, "Oh, look at this one! Look at this one!" Like, Okay. After evaluating our options today, our current approach centers around making some changes to either Finn and his leader ability, or Raid Traya, and how she gains or loses tenacity when toppled. We are evaluating a few additional options, but the first two seem the most viable. We want to take some time testing out each to ensure that we find one that has the least amount of impact on the player base in the game. As we get closer to a solution we feel comfortable with in-house, we'll both work with players in the community to get their feedback on our proposed changes and communicate our thinking before we roll out any changes. These sorts of changes are always tricky, but our hope is that in communicating transparently, we can find the best all-round solution. Thank you so much for your patience as we work through it. In closing, if you feel like you would like to engage with the Sith Raid with this team in the short term, be advised that the interaction will be removed/modified in the new year. End communication.
So, God, I hope they don't mess with Finn.
I know. Everybody does. Everybody has a sweet spot for Finn, right? And he's finally back in the game. However, they did a really good job with the Night Sisters, so part of me is like, maybe they should rework Finn, you know? Because I don't think many people really want C-3PO to be married to Finn, but right now he is. Like, it's just so good with him that it would be nice to use that faction independently of 3PO.
I mean, so I'm kind of glad that they're not rushing out with some kind of change, because of what they did with Night Sister Zombie specifically. We saw that they came out with a solution with the Night Sister Zombie Traya team or whatever that stopped that and didn't necessarily destroy the Night Sister team. And so I'm hoping they come up with something similar if they decide to go the character route rather than the raid route. I figure at least for those that don't know, we can explain what the bug is, and so you guys know what's happening. C-3PO gives the ability for rebels to put expose, and so that's what's being exploited with the Zeta Finn team. And C-3PO, because he's not really an attacker, can call all of the allies that have translation to assist and attack. And so essentially what's happening is that when Traya goes into topple, her tenacity is just kind of normal. And so you stack crazy amounts of potency on every single character. You don't really need anything else. You just stack crazy amounts of potency. And so when you stack this crazy amounts of potency, what will happen is that rebels, when C-3PO is on the team, have a chance to apply expose. And when C-3PO calls all of the rebels to attack, they're all exposing and hitting each other's exposes, and Finn and C-3PO continue to gain like full turn meter. And then once they go again, C-3PO calls all of the rebels to go again, and then they all start putting expose again and giving Finn and C-3PO full turn meter again. And so that's what's causing the infinite loop. The rebels that are being used are Han Solo, Chewie, and Leia. And primarily that's because they all assist or do extra attacks. So you'll get a guard on Princess Leia, and you'll get the guard on Han. And so whenever they attack, Chewie will attack. So that's 2 rebels that are attacking and potentially getting 2 exposes that are being hit and generating turn meter. Leia can triple tap. Han can double tap. And so the combination is just basically adding expose after expose after expose while hitting those same exposes, giving Finn and C-3PO turn meter. And so that's what's the infinite loop that they're talking about. Really, the easiest way to stop it is by increasing the tenacity on a particular character. The issue is that infinite loop can potentially work, I think, in PvP too. I haven't tested it particularly, but I don't see why it wouldn't. It just takes time to get translation up. So it would be a little bit of time before you could actually do it. But it's a pretty neat strategy to deal with Phase 3. So knowing that it's going to be nerfed, if you guys want to try it, go ahead. Because apparently you have like a couple weeks at minimum in order to do it, because they're not doing anything until the new year. So have fun.
I did it in the raid and got the loop to happen. You just need to mod all your characters with potency and nothing else. And then the other trick is you have to kill 2 of the sabers, like 2.5 of the sabers. So you can just go in and one shot that last one with Han, and then the loop, and then you can get her down right away, and it works.
All right. So...
I did it too. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty fun.
I sent in like a weak team prior to get Traya's isolate, and then I went in with the big team and took down the sabers and started up.
Sabers.
All
right, so that covers that. What's next on the agenda there, Dr. Finn?
All right, next on the agenda is Ye Old Meta Report.
Oh, hey everybody, Harry Carey here. For the Meta Report, I just would like to apologize for my comments last week where I said the Meta Report was being brought to you by methamphetamines. Not street meth, but just meth. So I kind of went a little crazy there. So this week I decided to go with something a little bit more appropriate, Dr. Finn. Hey, do you have rowdy kids? Well, I've got something for you to be sponsoring the Meta Report this week. Horse tranquilizer darts. When those little bastards get out of line, we provide you the gun and the darts. Low tranq possible, but we've got high tranq possible too. Shoot them in the leg, watch them pass out, and you and Dad can have a nice evening of wine and crumpets. Horse tranquilizer darts.
Incoming downvotes. Any minute.
Actually, I'm pretty sure a lot of the parents out there are probably upvoting that.
I just want to ask how much.
Oh, $9.99 a dart is a great price. Hell, we've got all kinds of flavors. We've got Budweiser. We've got cotton candy. We've got black licorice.
Cheaper than a good night story.
Why read when you can use legal narcotics?
Okay. So, Meta Report wise, we're still seeing basically the same 2 teams at the top here. Revan, Traya. Not really much else. You see the Emperor Palpatine and the CLS teams coming. If we go to all characters, what I was trying to see is where is C-3PO? And C-3PO is on the list, but he's not in the top 10. So the top 10 ends with Bastila, Fallen Bastila, who is used by 16% of squads, and C-3PO is currently at 4%. So there are some people using C-3PO, but he's still not super prevalent. He's pretty much at the same rate as Han and Chewie as well. So I think what we're seeing is that there is a combo coming with CLS, Han, Chewie, C-3PO, kind of developing that Rebel team, and R2 is the other one. That's kind of making an interesting team that I'm starting to see a little bit of more of every now and then on my Arena Shard. And I don't know if you guys are seeing it too. Have you seen the CLS team with C-3PO at all?
I've been using the Finn team, but I haven't had luck with the CLS team.
I've seen it. It's pretty nasty.
In Arena?
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Really?
It could go if RNG goes against you, it can go and wipe you out. You don't even get a turn. It's ridiculous.
I haven't seen any yet.
And you can take Traya teams down without them taking a turn with a Finley team.
Yes. Revan's a lot harder, but
yeah, I haven't had success with Revan.
Yeah, Revan's another thing altogether. But Traya teams, yeah, it's like bam, 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 bam. Oh wait, I didn't even get a turn. I'm dead.
I have one guy running him at like rank 43 right now. That's it.
Well, you need the mods, but they've got to be geared, 12 and all that other jazz. But I mean, it's nasty.
He's really doing nasty. With a Luke lead, Han, Thrawn, Chewie, and then C-3PO.
Yeah, it's the one that I've seen that's most effective is R2, C-3PO, and then the light side trifecta, which is Luke, Han, and Chewie. I mean, good God, that thing can really knock the crap out of it.
With R2, yeah, I bet that would be annoying.
I mean, they both stealth. You can't reach them, and then have fun. I mean, now my characters have a lot of HP and protection, so I usually get through the first wave no problem, and then I've got Thrawn on my team, so it's like, all right, you little bastards, come here. It's like, I try to kill my Palpatine. I'll show you, stupid, dumb 3PO. But yeah, Revan's still the meta. Traya's right there. Same old. Should we move to the next one? We got a new meta.
We have a new report now.
What?
We have the GG guys have updated their site, and I hope it's because they're listening to us. And if they are, they have now introduced the fleet meta report.
Oh, good! Oh god.
No, so in actuality, we joke about the meta report, I think, because we've had it for so long, and when the meta is there, it kind of becomes stale, and we know it. But I think fleet is one of those things that a lot of people are always asking, what is the best combination to use? Like, what character should I use? What ship should I use? We often try to use the meta report to get an idea about what arena teams to use. We haven't had that resource in fleet. And so I think it's really awesome that they added the fleet meta report now. And you can see what the ships are that people are using. And it gives you all of the different stats.
Yeah, leaders.
It tells you the leaders, which is the capital ships.
Chimera.
It tells you the squads, which are the starting lineups. And then it also tells you the reinforcements that are most commonly used. And so you can kind of put together what team it is that is the most likely team that people are using. And so if you look at right now in rank 1, what are the top teams? You will see that it is a Chimera lead with Geo Spy, Geo Soldier, and Houndstooth. And then the top 4 reinforcements are, and this may not be the exact team because you have to probably go down a little bit, but it's TIE Advance, Slave 1, Phantom 2, TIE Reaper, and then you can see Biggs and Sunfac round out the top 6 in reinforcements. And so you're probably running Sunfac on that team as one of the reinforcements. And then you can kind of see the other teams that would also make sense on there. So I think it's really cool that they added the fleet meta report. I think it's going to help a lot of people that have just been kind of confused about fleets and trying to figure out what am I going to put on fleet? What are the working ships? All of that kind of stuff. And so I do want to give kudos to the GG guys because I think this is going to be very helpful for people.
Somebody said in chat, is RSG taking credit for SWGOH GG introducing the fleet meta?
We take credit for everything here.
Everything.
If you haven't watched RSG, we take credit for everything, whether we're supposed to or not. Always.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
This is super helpful, to be honest. For people that hate fleets and don't have a clue anything about fleets, this is actually really helpful.
But wait, there's more, Tits. We've got a mod meta report.
Oh,
indeed.
wow.
So typically, people have been using bots, and it's the like the DSR bot in order to figure out how you should mod particular characters. And I'm sure if you guys are familiar with the bot, you've seen it. You put in the little command to look at like what mod do I put on such and such character, and it tells you. And we've had issues with that because I think it pulls it from Crouching Rancor, and they're very kind of generic, not necessarily focused on a particular team, and then you kind of argue with it a little bit. But what they've done now is they've added the mod meta report, so you can see all of the different characters, and based on the rank, it tells you how those people have modded the characters. And so you can kind of see some characters won't show up because they're not being used in the higher rank. So, for example, if you go to rank 1 through 100, you'll see Ayla Sakura is being just modded with crazy amounts of crit chance. And it's like, okay, that makes sense because she is doing a lot of stuns with her crit chance and all of that. But if you look at rank 1, it starts out with Asajj. And that's because you don't really see Ayla Sakura in rank 1. You don't see her in top 10. And so it provides you all of these different things in order to see. Plus, it provides you raid points. So it tells you in the guilds that are doing raids, like how are they modded for raids and stuff. Like it's really cool how they're showing you all of these different mods and how people are modding them. So if you guys aren't sure now in terms of what to do with mods and how to mod particular characters, there is now a mod meta report on GG that can show you exactly how you should mod it if you are looking for particular things. Now, again, you want to make sure that you customize it for your individual teams, but these will give you a very good idea on what you can do with your characters and what kind of mods you should focus on.
I have a question, Finn. So when you said the top 100 guilds for raid points, but that's not necessarily that they've got them, that they've pulled only the characters they're using for raids. It's not. I mean, it could be like arena characters that they're using for arena, but they're just top raid guilds, right?
Correct. Yeah, it finds the top 100 guilds based on raid points, and then shows you how they're modded for those people. Similarly, it also has one for the top 100 guilds based on GP. And so, if you're wondering how teams like Wallet Warriors, Team Instinct, Mighty Chlorians, Dark Lords, all these guilds that have like really high GP, Wolfpack. So how they have their characters modded, they now have this pull for all the top 100 guilds and shows you kind of what is the most common mod set for these characters and what are they using for the... There's 4 mods in particular, right, that have a change in the primary stat, and it's the J. So it's the receiver, which is the arrow. Then you have the hollow array, which is the triangle. You have the data bus, which is the circle. And then you have the multiplexer, which is the cross. And it shows you what's on there for the primary as well. And if there's multiple ones that are being utilized, like 2 of them that are really close, then it shows you that as well. So,
hey, Finn, I don't know if you know this, but I think Grande Pappy Big Deal Patron is in the channel. Are you there, Grande? He's teasing.
I'm here. I'm just listening.
Oh, Grande.
What's up?
I'm sorry, he's throwing off the male to female ratio.
Well, we lost Loki.
I don't know where Loki is. He probably went to go eat.
Loki exploded. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then it's fine. It's fine.
Loki probably passed out. I think it was too much for him.
You're being really quiet, Grande. What's up?
Oh man, I just joined on, and so I just didn't want to interrupt the knowledge that Finity was spouting there. I wanted to kind of listen and take some notes.
Check. You know, while you're doing that, why don't you check your mic because you're being all scratchy, man.
I was about to say, you sound especially gnarly, like you got a cold or something.
You sound like you're whispering into your mic because you're afraid of waking up people in your house.
Yeah.
No, I'm outside. I'm not willing to do anything. I'll shut it down and turn it back on. See if that helps.
Yeah, and we come back. Let us know so that we can include you into the discussion. Then finally, we've got the Zeta Omega report. Great.
Again, this is a useful tool. It's just we take it for granted at this point because we've been doing it for so long that all of these stats stay there. But if you guys are looking to see whether a Zeta is a good idea or not, typically this is going to be available to you to see where is that Zeta, is it worth it? They've added features now, so you can search for it based on lead, basic. They have basic there, but there is no basic Zeta yet. But special, unique, leader, and figure out which ones are the best ones. And so these are all really good things to have to give you an idea. If you're not always watching streams or videos, whatever it is, this is a great reference tool for you guys to keep in terms of, should I do something? And then you can see, oh, there's a million people that are not touching this. Like a
Rose Taco.
Rose Tico Zeta. Yeah, so if there's a lot of people that aren't doing a Rose Tico Zeta, you probably shouldn't be doing it either. So yeah, don't do Rose Tico Zeta. No. Yeah.
All right. So that is all the reports. Got a lot of information there. Hi everybody! Remember, tonight's reports were brought to you by Harry Carey's horse tranquilizer darts. When you wake up on Christmas and those little bastards come in and keep you up for 4 hours, be like, "Hey Jimmy, did you like your presents?" You'd be like, "Uh-huh." And you'd be like, "Hi, go over there and eat a cookie." All right, Mom, let's go have a great Christmas. Horse tranquilizer darts.
God. All right. So that's the meta report, and we're seeing more meta reports that are going to be useful. So we'll kind of go through the characters and the ships and everything moving forward, and give you guys an idea about what is at the top of these. So, all right. So next, we get through what's been happening, and that's the Grand Arena stuff.
All right.
So we can start to go through these ones a little bit quickly. Grand Arena auto deploy issues. They're aware of an issue with auto deploy defense causing some clients not to be able to see Grand Arena running and potentially not being able to log into the game. So it was an issue there that they figured out, right? So that's one thing that they're working on and working to fix. The next one is the Grand Arena bugs. And so there were a few bugs. Again, we'll just kind of go through it quickly. Hidden defenses. If you're unable to see or attack opponents' defensive teams or enter a button is grayed out, they wanted you to post it because there were a few people, they said approximately 300, who couldn't log in through the Grand Arena manually. And so they were trying to create a way that you could get into that. So that was the first kind of bug. They had an infinite load, which we talked about a little bit earlier, and they managed to fix. The next one is pretty funny. If you had a defense set in one of the earlier rounds and then they brought it into the next one, it was showing as 64,425 GP regardless of the team. So there were screenshots of people having like full gear 12 with some Zetas and everything, and it was showing as a 64,000 team. which is just pretty funny, but it was only happening to those that were like auto deployed with like the top characters in each team and whatnot. So that was one of the other bugs. So we'll go to the next post, which is the Grand Arena bugs that they were showing on Reddit. So this was another bug, and it seems to be fairly isolated, but somebody put 2 Night Sisters on the same Grand Arena on defense.
Amazing.
It is. It is pretty amazing.
Team Money, how did you do it?
Well, you see. I like
that your
it
nerd
for a
voice?
horse tranquilizer jokes now.
the way you do it, Team Money, is you talk about it like this, and they said on the CG.
I apologize to all the nerds and dorks.
What do you mean? I'm one. I don't care. Call me. I'm proud of it. Kiss my ass. All right, and then we've got the next one is 3v3 Grand Arena.
No.
I think that means Ouchie wants to read it.
I think she needs some of those tranquilizer darts for CG. Like, hey, CG, look over there. What?
Away. I'm doing the dishes. I can't read it.
That's all right. We got the lovely Tits
I want to hear.
Venom.
Yes, can we hear Tits?
Oh yeah, I'm just
wants to hear the ladies.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Sorry. I was submitting my ticket. So interesting enough, like I'm one of the 300 that has been locked out of Grand Arena the whole time.
What? Really?
Yeah, I haven't been able to get in. What it does is it says no Grand Arena events are active at this time.
Supposedly.
No, seriously.
Do you have video proof of this, Tits?
Actually, yes, I do.
Obviously, she does.
Yeah. Damn it!
Well, there's no Grand Arena right now. Hopefully, you're not talking about right now.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about all three. Like, well, the first one I missed because I was out of town, so I remember. But then the other two, wasn't able to get in. It pretty much just gives me that no Grand Arena events are active at this time, and it locks you out completely. You can't even get in.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. So I haven't really gotten a chance to play, and I've got a ticket in, but I'm about to submit another one because that one didn't do anything. But yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I was just doing that. That reminded me to submit another one. So where are we at? I'm sorry.
We're on the 3v3 Grand Arena.
We're reading.
Yeah. Are we done the... We've already done the bugs.
Yeah.
We're on number 16. 3v3 Grand Arena.
Yeah. So this was on December 18th. The upcoming Grand Arena is going to have a different structure. This time, squads are limited to a max of 3 characters. Battle time will remain at 5 minutes, and there will be no ship territories. Read on to find more about the Grand Arena starting on 12/20. Rules: characters only. 4 territories each side. 3 characters per squad. Same banner scoring as mentioned here. There will be more squad slots for each territory than previously, as each squad only requires 3 characters instead of 5. It gives like a GP bracket and defensive squad totals based on the lowest GP player in each group. The schedule preview is December 20th, setup phase December 21st, attack December 22nd, then setup 2 phase is December 23rd, attack is on December 24th, setup 3 is December 25th, and attack is December 26th. The review phase is on the 27th.
And then there's the rewards.
Yeah, do you want me to go through all the rewards?
No, they can read that. Yeah.
Well, most important of the reward, if you guys saw some of the stuff that was there before, it was originally saying for the Zeta mats that if you're rank 1, you get 3. If you're 2 to 4, you get 2 Zeta mats. And then it was saying 5 through 7 gets 0 and 8 gets 0. They changed that. So now 5 through 7 gets 1 Zeta mat. So it's 3, 2, 1, 0 based on how many wins you get. So 3 wins gets you 3. 2 wins gets you 2, 1 win gets you 1, and 0 wins gets you 0. So, yeah.
We'll be having fun with this on the lunch stream tomorrow. Actually, 21st Friday. The lunch stream we'll do that. So, great.
Question, are you guys happy with the rewards? I mean, do you guys think they're appropriate?
I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care one way or the other.
I like that they're not that important.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more... So this is kind of interesting. There's a lot of people that want it to be better rewards, right? Because they want the rewards in order to want to play it. But the more things that have higher rewards, the more things that you have to spend a lot of time on. And the more time that you have spent in this game and you're doing it very seriously, the more that you're going to burn out. So I think the rewards are just enough to the point where those that are competitive will compete and get some rewards, and those that are not competitive will be able to play this for fun without having to worry about missing particular rewards. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way that the rewards are structured. I think getting 3 Zetas at the top and then getting 2 Zetas for like 2 to 4 and all of that, I think it's all structured really well. I kind of feel bad for the one person that gets 0 Zetas. If they aren't doing anything, I understand. So I wish there was a way you could maybe judge it based on activity or something like that. But I'm pretty happy actually with the rewards.
It doesn't. Yeah, I'm not.
T-Money, what do you think? I know you're in a much more competitive atmosphere than a lot of us, because the Wolfpack is definitely very territory battle oriented, and I know you like Grand Arena, right? So what do you think of the rewards that are being offered?
Yeah, I think the rewards have never been a motivator for us to compete in territory wars, and I don't really see it for Grand Arena either. Like, I have some guys that are just like, meh, and some some people who are like, oh God, help, like, it's so, it brings a lot of stress already without it being like, you get a character or you don't get a character based on your wins. So I think it is appropriate. The cuffs and the mod salvage. It is definitely an advantage for people who want to invest, though, in the game mode. So I think they're appropriate and good. It's motivating.
I like them.
Mm-hmm.
I like
All
them.
right,
They
now
give
let's go to the
Omegas.
one that grunted. Ouchie, how do you feel about 3v3 Grand Arena?
I hear Ranger grunting.
No, I'm grunting. I'm doing the grunt to solidify your gruntiness.
It's a moral support grunt.
Right.
I think gruntiness is the cutest word ever. Gruntiness.
It's a pretty
Maximum
cute word.
gruntiness.
Gruntiness. Come on, Alfie, what do you think?
It seems to me that just like like when you're watching a circus performer and they start like juggling with just 2 balls, and then they add another one, and then they add another one, and then they add the person standing on one foot, and then they're standing on one foot while someone around them is doing donuts around them on a unicycle, and then they add fire and everything else. I mean, it's just kind of snowballing. I don't know why we need to do 3v3, but whatever. Can we have stun guns for rewards?
Yeah, stun guns say.
Carbantes.
Carbantes say meh.
I might shed some blood.
We are getting stun guns for rewards, Ouchie.
I know. That's what I was saying. Is I don't want stun cuffs anymore. Let's just keep the stun guns on there, and add some carbantes so we can actually craft a stun gun.
Have a Merry frickin' Christmas.
And please give me back my territory wars, mostly.
Well, they are giving you like first place rewards on those right now, anyways.
But I miss beating up other guilds.
I do like the team atmosphere more than the individual one personally.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do the same. I have said before, just in voice, that opening up Grand Arena when it's attack time, it feels very isolating. Like you are now out on your own, and if you mess it up, it's all on you. You don't have anybody to help you, and it's anxiety provoking for me. I don't like it.
All right. Let's go to the last one. Update on December Grand Arena and Territory rewards.
You sound like me now, Ranger. We have trouble with our R's with the W's.
Well, when you get tired, it's what happens. Like you've been talking all day. So it's like update on December Grand Arena and Territory Wars rewards. I enunciated and used diction. Please proceed, Miss McVenom.
When I am either drunk or really tired, the R's and the W's together just ruin me. Like world. I can't even get it. Okay, so December Grand Arena and Territory Wars rewards. December 17th. We previously mentioned that the Territory War rewards for this month would be moved into Grand Arena. However, that doesn't effectively cover players who regularly play in Territory Wars and are below 85. Instead, to simplify this process, we will be sending out regular 4 times inbox messages to all players level 65 and higher with rewards comparable to what you could have earned in Territory Wars. While this greatly simplifies the process, this isn't a perfect solution. A very small number of top players, 160 million GP and up, who would have taken first each time might see slightly fewer rewards than they would have earned. However, in the vast majority of cases, players will receive better rewards than they would have earned through Territory Wars. Below you will find the rewards for 1 Territory War that would be earned by first place guilds in the 160 million galactic power bracket. We will also be including an additional territory battle into this month's schedule to further increase the overall rewards that you can receive. First place rewards will be granted in place of the Territory Wars that would have begun on 12/19, 12/23, 12/27, and 12/31. Inbox messages containing those rewards will be delivered on that schedule. They will be available to be collected for 3 days. See below for the full list of rewards that will be sent to your inbox. So as it is right now, inbox rewards are guild currency times 1,600, guild event tokens 500, credits 6,500, 650,000, sorry, ability materials. I was like, wait a minute, 6,500. Ability material MK3 times 5, Omega ability material times 4, Zeta ability material times 3, and assorted gear salvage. So they inbox dates. They last for 3 days in your inbox. Do they just poof vanish after that? I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Changes to Grand Arena rewards.
Yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah, you don't have to cover that. They just
we already covered
updated
that.
it. Yeah. So they just put that part in.
Well, to something that Ouchie was mentioning though, so we're getting different Grand Arenas. So this one we're getting stun guns. The next one we are not. The one that we're gonna have on December 28th, if you scroll down to the bottom Ranger, there's a table that shows you the rewards that you get for the December 28th Grand Arena. And for that one, you are getting the radios, the Mark 7 radios. So you're going to get 50 of them at the top, 35, 25, and 10. Instead of Zetas, you are getting Omegas. And so you are getting ship Omegas, 8642, and character Omegas, 3210. So you're getting those as rewards. So what they seem to be doing is kind of distributing the rewards a little bit into different things. So it's not just all the same thing over and over again. So we've had stun cuffs, we've got stun guns, and now we're getting the radios. So lots of different things. I don't necessarily mind that too much because I can use all of them. So are you okay with those, Ouchie? Do you need some of the radios?
Actually, I do. Wait, are those technically the shield generators?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The ones that for some reason you can't request from other people?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why. Yes, my C-3PO needs them to get to Gear 11.
Uh-huh.
So you can make use of these. So this is okay then.
He'll probably be 11 before then, though. I only need 10. But it is okay.
Okay.
There you go. So yeah, so we're going to get some ship stuff, and we're going to get the shield generators. So they're distributing those a little bit. And again, they look like they're going to bring back Territory Wars. I'm kind of happy that they stopped it for the end of the month. I like Territory Wars. But to what you were saying, Ouchie, I would feel so bad if I forgot to play Territory Wars for my guild during Christmas. That would have been so bad.
Have a Merry frickin' Christmas.
Well, you wouldn't have joined it if you were going to be busy, right?
I wouldn't want to not, and I would probably think that I would, and then I would end up watching Christmas Story Marathon and then completely forget.
Why wouldn't you watch the Scrooged Marathon?
Yeah.
I like the Christmas Story.
I do too.
I love Ralphie.
Oh, Ralphie!
Let it be known that I've been looking for those pink onesie and like Walmart and stuff. I know they're online, but they're
the Pink Nightmare. Just search Pink Nightmare.
I know. No, I know they're there. They're expensive. That's what I was hoping to get like a imitation one at Walmart, but it hasn't been there yet.
Or if you just have an older aunt that thinks you're a girl, then you can have that done for you, Finn. So
yeah.
All right, so that is all the news for this week, and let us move on to it's time for the Twitter responses. I think it's time for that.
All right, so let us get to the question. So the first thing is the question: this year, when jolly old Santa Ben Kenobi comes to leave presents under your SWGOH tree, what do you want him to bring you this December 25th? So, do you want me to tell you who said these, or do you just want the answers? And we'll have all three of our ladies judge. So
just don't tell us who said it. I mean,
tell you
can.
Who said it. Okay, well, the first one is kind of So the first one is, I'm fine, but I would appreciate it if Santa could leave something really good for my friend Tits McVenom.
Aww. Aww. I don't know who that was, but they're awesome.
The next one said, I already got what I wanted this year, the gift of being on RSG with my friends.
Okay.
That was nice.
These are all sappy. What the hell?
I know. See, I told you. We went like a different angle than the one from last week.
Oh, yeah. Last week was incredible.
Aww. I feel like the first one was Bimasu, and the second one was one of you guys.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I don't respond to these because otherwise that's not fair.
It's kind of cheating.
The next one is the gift of Ranger singing as Randy Newman, Star Wars.
Christmas time is here today, and I sing as Randy Newman. Finn was bad and he's getting nothing because we just like to screw him. Hey everybody, Randy Newman here.
God. All right. All right. The next one. What I'd like jolly old Santa Kenobi to bring, not just me, but all of us, is a real Revan, not the fake one we got in-game. Interestingly, I ran into old Ben the other day. Shockingly, he revealed to me that he now works for CG. When I posed the same question to him with a wave of his hand, he replied, "That's not the Revan you're looking for. Instead, how's about a merry middle finger from your friends at CG? Merry Christmas, RSG crew, and everyone listening to tonight's stream. From myself." We all know who
that was Hellenix, of course.
Of course.
He should just TM the CG middle finger.
He put a picture there.
Did he?
He has a picture there. Just
post it in Skype.
Okay, I'll post it in Skype for you guys. Well, I'll read the next one. In the meantime, so the next one is, I have to get rid of the picture. Santa Kenobi. What I really want from Christmas is a jacket for catching chickens, the poor cookbook, the Loki built lightsaber, and the good old Maurice dancing workout video on TV.
Oh my
Team Money,
gosh,
is that the gift that'll keep on giving?
Honestly, good old Maurice dancing was the best thing I have
Oh
ever.
my god, it was great.
It was so awesome. I really would love to get like a string of clips of every single dance together and like put it to some music, like a music montage.
I will when I get a chance.
We need a
it's
montage.
a 12-hour video though, so it takes a while to download.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. He's such a good sport too. Just such a good sport about it.
The next one. Oh, Santa Ben Kenobi, what I really want for Christmas this year is a real Revan. Infinity not to cry because he had to Zeta Rose. That is not happening. Freaking Rose Taco. Okay, next one. Santa Ben Kenobi. Santa Ben Kenobi. Now there's a name I haven't heard since CG totally reinvented my character and gave me the legendary gift.
That's my favorite.
Oh my god.
And then the next one, a documentary showcasing the hand modeling career of Sir Loki.
He does have very nice, strong hands.
Ooh.
I think we got two more. Let me see. No, it's one more, but it has like a second part. So, all I want for Christmas from Santa Ben is a big box with my wife. What? I don't know if this is a typo, so I'm just gonna read it. All I want for Christmas from Santa Ben Kenobi is a big box with my wife pooping out, ready to do me the same things I saw model doing to Clone Trooper mannequin the other day while wearing a Darth Vader helmet. What the?
What?
That sounds almost borderline obscene. I'm not really sure what that is.
I'm not sure what it is either, and I don't know what the person with the Darth Vader helmet was doing to the Clone Trooper mannequin.
Yeah.
Why do you want your wife to poop it out? I mean, like,
I don't know either.
That's just weird. Who is
what is
who is
that?
so we can mock them?
No, I won't read it. I won't tell you who it is. Okay, who are your favorites?
Not that last one was weird. That doesn't...
Of course, I want something really good for my friend Tits McVenom, whoever that was. That's my favorite. I think it's B. Matsu. It's got to be. He's awesome. But I really like the. Now there's a name I haven't heard since CG totally.
Since before you were born.
Okay. Santa Ben Kenobi. Santa Ben Kenobi. Now there's a name I haven't heard since CG totally reinvented my character and made me the next legendary too.
That was great.
Okay, so that one was Fatality V2.
Also like the hand modeling.
Yeah.
The hand modeling. A documentary showcasing the hand modeling career of Sir Loki. That one was good old Maurice.
I'm going to have to go with that one because watching that video of him with that saber over and over again is something else. Just saying.
Give you the
pretty dreamy.
Yeah, give you
dreamy saber.
Giving you the tinglies there, Alchie.
Yeah.
All right.
She's a lady. She doesn't reveal anything.
I think T Money is waiting for the good old Maurice answer now.
I just got back. I was getting a cup of warm drink.
And by
Maple
warm
What's
syrup.
going on?
Coffee and maple syrup.
Little Maurice has a lightsaber.
Good old Maurice said FYI, there's no screening process for these answers, so fire away. Apparently not. We were just talking about somebody's wife pooping out something.
Yeah.
I read it, and I was like, you know what? This makes no sense, but I'm going to read it anyways. I did screen it beforehand. I just didn't care. For the record.
For the record.
For the record.
Let the record show Finn just doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. I think we did have 2 other people that posted.
I'm afraid to know.
Okay, so that person said it was meant to say pop, not poop. Okay.
Oh.
That makes a big difference there.
Huge difference.
I was reading, I was like, what?
That makes a really huge difference.
Aren't you a medical doctor?
Yeah? Why?
I don't know.
I am quite aware of the difference between somebody popping up and pooping out. I don't think anyone needs an MD in order to figure that out. Just saying.
No, you're not wrong, Finn. You're not wrong.
And then the other one was, all I want for Christmas is for CG to give us a reach around when they bend us over for Darth Revan's drop. So many anti-Darth Revan ones.
Well, I mean...
Alright, so we have 2 favorites so far. We have Fatality V2, and we have Good Old Maurice. We need a third.
Oh, we don't have to have a third.
If you want.
Bimasu, of course.
I think McVenum's a little bit partial on that one.
Well, yeah. He just said somebody to give me something good under a tree. He's got my vote. And actually, I should go ahead and give it to the pooping guy. Just because...
He clarified?
He clarified.
And you want to know who it is. I'm still not telling you.
Don't tell me. I can always go on Twitter and find it
I know.
later.
All right.
It's not classified information there, Finn.
All right.
For the record, it's pop, not food.
I think it's Darth Tallywhack my knacker. He's saying for the record, it's pop, not poop. He put it in the chat.
Yeah.
But we're not saying we're not saying that it was him that actually wrote the infamous Twitter response.
It was a friend.
He's saying it.
Well, we don't. We could just say he was interpreting. I'm trying to help him out here. I can't. Yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
He typoed, and it was hilarious.
I tried to do it. I tried. Yeah. So, all
right.
Merry
so
frickin' Christmas. Now we go to questions.
All right.
Okay.
Go to questions. Do you want me to read them, Tits, or do you want me to put them somewhere for you to read?
Yeah, I don't care. You read them.
Whatever
Ranger.
Well, no, Loki's gone, so let's have Finn read them, and let's have the lovely ladies answer all these questions, because I think people don't want to hear.
No, I'm back. Do it.
Oh, never mind. Jesus Christ.
Loki.
I'm just
God,
kidding,
just like a Ghost of Christmas Past just came and just.
Loki.
I love when Loki's in such a good mood that he likes to joke about stuff like that.
He's not joking.
He's usually so quiet.
Very threatening and violent tonight.
I'll put them in Skype. So, Ranger, the first one is for you.
Am I reading these? Well, no, the ladies. Who's reading this? Because
Ranger, this one's going to be for you to read. So you can read it and see why, but this one's going to be for you.
All right. Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. How's everyone enjoying the cocaine and Red Bull? Hell, I just had 20 of them. No effect. I forgot to mention our side effects, which are weight loss, twitching, loving porgs, and peeing your pants. Zeppo!
That was the actual question. Okay.
Big blue one.
High quality content right here.
High quality content, of course. All right. So then I'm posting the questions. So the next question. Do you want me to read them and have the ladies answer, Ranger?
Yes,
is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Loki, you shush your hole. They're gonna be talking, answering questions. You get lots of talk.
I don't know. I don't know what to do about the next one. I'll just open it up. Freedom asks, what peanut butter goes best with a Labradoodle?
Crunchy.
I kind of
like
Crunchy. Yeah, probably Jif. Choosy moms choose Jif. Crunchy.
Crunchy Jif.
I forgot about that commercial.
I'm going to go with whipped peanut butter.
Oh.
It's new. and very fluffy, like a labradoodle.
There's whipped peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. Don't buy it. It's really good.
Imagine the horsepower on that machine that's actually whipping peanut butter. It would
I love peanut butter. I would love
energy.
Yeah, it's really good.
What do you eat your whipped peanut butter on? Just curious.
Celery.
In Canada.
Right out of the jar.
Yeah, I would eat it on celery. Do you put raisins on it? Like little, the little ants on a log thing?
I have done. I've done it for my son. He's like, "What the hell's this?"
What the hell is this?
I think it's like raisins on peanut butter and celery. Like, it sounds so stupid when I say it out loud, but it is a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to get them in school. Okay. Next question. Sorry.
All right. Next question. I'm not interrupting. If I interrupt, Loki's going to kill me. So
Your silence was judging me, Finn. Go to the next question.
I like all kinds of peanut butter. Darkside Ranger J 1999 question: If C-3PO Zeta, which of C-3PO Zeta should I upgrade first? And will CG ever come back to RSG for another chat session, or as I call it, another ball squeezing session?
Who's squeezing whose balls?
I don't. Okay, so for the last one, and then we'll give the first part. For the second part of the question, I don't know if they will or won't. I haven't seen many div interviews in general since that kind of the Carrie goes everywhere and talks to everyone stuff that she did. But they know that they're more than welcome. We had prom on our fun stream and everything over the weekend, so we still talk with them. As for an official interview, I'm not sure. And then, let's go with T-Money. Which of C-3PO Zeta should you upgrade first?
Well, I'm just looking at them here.
I did both Zetas.
I like the translation one is really key because his cooldowns get reduced. So that's pretty awesome. And then the other one is inflict confuse twice on target enemy for 3 turns, which is also pretty awesome. So I don't know. I don't know. He's getting both. He needs both. He's an amazing, he's such a versatile character. If you like theory crafting, this is our heyday. He's so cool. Mm-hmm. He needs them both. He doesn't need them both, but they're cool Zetas, I think.
Okay. Next question is, we'll give this to everyone here. Where did everyone finish in Grand Arena? So I finished 3rd. I think Ranger, you said you finished 3rd, right?
I'm afraid to talk.
It's okay. We'll do the guys first, and then we'll let the ladies answer. So.
Yes.
So Ranger, I think you said you were 3rd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lampshade says he was in 3rd. Grande, where did you finish? I think.
I finished in 2nd.
In 2nd. Loki.
I finished 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't Thane, hold on. Didn't Thane troll him and want to know where he finished or something today, Finn?
Well, he got his answer. Loki won. There you go. And then McVenom.
You
weren't
know
able
I
to get
didn't finish. Yeah, I was one of the lucky 300.
Yeah. Okay. T-Money, you said you finished 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ouchie.
On my main account, I came in 2nd, and on my alt, I came in numero uno.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay. Next question is from Red 5. We'll give this to... Okay, I'll give it to anyone. How the hell do I beat a CLS-C-3PO team while I'm still getting ready for my own? And by the way, we should call that team the Manhattan Project because it makes Han like a small atomic weapon.
Agreed. It's a good name. I faced one the other day with my CLS team yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to Traya this. Or Revan it. I think I Revaned it. So I had to climb really quickly. It's a really tough team.
So you beat it with Revan. Have you tried with Traya?
Terrible,
just a Traya team yet?
No, actually, yeah, that's a good question. Maybe I'll fall again. I fell yesterday to like in the 40s, 50s, so I could practice on some teams. pardon me. So that's where I found him, and then I had to like climb really quickly. So yeah, I have to go back. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, they're coming up there into the low 20s, 28, 27 sort of thing. So they're getting up there, climbing on the Trayas.
The team falls apart whenever you have an AoE cleanse and a tenacity up, right? Because at that point, you're taking away their translations and you're getting rid of everything else and have tenacity up. So when you think about it, we already know characters that are really super awesome with tenacity up. Rex, Chirrut, right? These are two characters that do that and are super awesome. We already know characters that do AoE dispels. So, look at characters that do AoE dispels. Probably Rex Wampa B2 and Chirrut Bays would kick that team's ass.
Yeah, except that all those characters can be, well, I guess Bays can't, but almost everybody else can be one shot by Han and Chewie.
Right. But what we're saying though is that by having a team up, they no longer have translate, and you no longer have any of the negative buffs, right? And you have a way to, and you're doing counter just like they are. So how are you gonna handle that? How would you handle that team if you didn't have Traya and you didn't have Revan? I'm just saying, on offense it'd probably work. It'd be terrible on defense. Let's just be real. It'd be terrible.
Okay. Next question is, bring it up. So next question is from Thane for Team Money and Tits. Whatever happened to the weekly Angel stream?
Oh, a legitimate question.
We got busy. We got super busy. T became a game changer, and then I just am just busy in general. But we do want to try to do it again. When do we want to try to do another one?
I don't know. We were never doing it weekly, though. We just decided that we'd do it when we wanted to do it. But yeah, it's time again. Maybe like a New Year's or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun. I could do a New Year's. Yeah.
Ooh, you guys could do like a New Year's Angel stream party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bring in the New Year with the ladies of SWGOH.
And we have a lot of new ladies, too, in the Angels server. There's been a lot of additions, like in the past. How many of you added T? Like 10 or 15? I know at least in the last couple months.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's been lots of. Yeah, it must be almost 200.
Yeah.
Close to. Let me go check.
Every time someone asks me, like, how many ladies play this game? I'm like, well, there's like almost 200 into the Angels stream. They're like, 200 girls play this game? There's actually probably way, way, way more than that. We just have 200 on the Discord channel.
21 online, 119 offline, so 220 something.
Yeah, a lot. So yeah, we'll try to plan something soon. Thane, maybe T and I will get together and with Ouchie and some of the other ladies and get something planned.
All right.
Maybe in January sometime.
And quick reminder, at the end of the stream, if we hit the 4,500 mark on the Tiltify, we're currently 177 away from that. If we can get to 4,500, we'll roll the ACS prize wheel, so you guys have a chance at like a ACS bottle and gym bag, and there's a bunch of things we'll be giving away, and 2 Star Wars socks. I think they're called Stance socks, as they were described. So it's a Stance Star Wars socks, and we'll have 2 of those that we'll be giving away. So make sure that if you guys want to, please donate to the Tiltify. All the money goes to the American Cancer Society, and we will be donating that at the end. We'll be checking to see if we hit the mark at the end of the stream and then giving that stuff away. So, okay. Next question. Loki, you ready for a troll question from Thane?
Absolutely.
So he says, poor Loki, if that lightsaber is going to be a gift for donations, why didn't you use gloves while handling it?
Because I'm going to win the drawing.
Oh, good answer.
There
I
is
hope
no
you're wrong,
Ricky,
though.
just for reference.
I hope you're wrong because I want to win it.
I love that thing, man. I think it's no. I said that during the stream when we showed it off. It was going to come with free fingerprints.
Yes,
It's part of the value.
it is. Okay, let's go to the next question here. Is from Tangent Revolution, and question: is there a good place to find a guild that can help me grow? I'm almost 85, and you did a review on me last week. God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Hey,
No,
Grande,
don't say it.
about
Don't
Dark
say
Lord?
it. Oh, Finn.
Too late. Grande?
Grande's not.
He's not here. Oh no, the big deal's not here.
I'm here. What's up?
Oh damn.
What's up?
He wants to go into Dark Lords 28, man. Can you help him out?
You want to go into the Dark Lords 28?
We have a
guild?
question from Tangent, who we did a roster review for last week, and he says,
Yeah.
is there a good place I can find a guild that can help me grow? I'm almost 85, and you did a review on me last week.
Yeah, he could. I mean, look, there's a lot of great guilds, right? I mean, we say this all the time. Dark Lords will take anybody at any level and help them grow with where they're at. If you want to come to Dark Lords, come to Dark Lords. But there are a ton of great guilds. There really are, right? I mean, you could go on. I mean, almost any of the guilds that's actively recruiting on Discord, I'm going to tell you, is probably head and shoulders above, and you could try any one of them.
We mentioned this before, too. All of us are different guilds. Like, none of
Yeah.
us are in the same guild right now. And so,
Team Frozen and
Grande,
Carbonite.
which is like its own alliance. I'm part of the RSG Psy Guild, which is really just kind of RSG by name. It's not really like the RSG particular guild, but we're part of the alliance. Ranger is part of the Mighty Chlorians. T-Money is with the Wolf Pack. That's also part of the alliance. So we have two alliance here. Ouchie Gist is just kind of its own kind of single guild, right?
Yes, we are fiercely independent.
Mm-hmm. And I think Frozen and Carbonite is the same way, right?
We have a small guild for like, beginning players, but we have like Chilled and Carbonite and Frozen and Carbonite. Yep.
There you go. And then Loki's in TI, which is not a guild.
Not
that you'll be
happening.
But so we have like all different kinds of guilds and everything here. So whether you want to reach out to Dark Lords, whether you want to come to the Alliance or whatever it is, message any of us really here, and we'll be able to find you a good place. If you're looking for a guild, and then find one that actually goes with what you were hoping to get.
The biggest thing is finding one that meets your play style, right?
Mm.
Which means if we're trying to find one, we have to kind of ask you what it is you're looking for in a guild, and what it is, what kind of your expectations are, and what commitment level you're willing to put in. Because not every guild fits every player.
All right.
Very true.
Halenix is reminded about the GRDS.
Oh,
Yeah. He does have a really nice server for guild recruiting.
Absolutely.
So you can always
Hell,
hit.
So GRDS stands for Guild Recruitment Discord Server. So if you're looking for a guild or whatever, talk to Halenix too if you want, and he can set you up with the GRDS link, and that you can go there and end up in a guild as well. So lots of different places that we can help you with.
Yeah, just make sure you're part of the culture. That would be the biggest piece, I'd say. I mean, that's why I've been with Finity for 3 years. Join a group with your playstyle, but also join a group that's a bunch of people, 50 people who are fun that you like. That's what'll keep you engaged with this game.
Lampshade, that's the biggest bunch of baloney you've ever said. You're there because you're lazy and you don't want to move.
Touche.
Man,
oh man.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't leave these
Tell
guys
me I'm wrong, Lampshade.
Name once that you've invited me anywhere, or GP. Nobody wants me.
You can come to Frozen and Carbonite. We'll take you. We're actively recruiting. There you go.
I mean, what?
I have to do 600.
Yes.
Yeah.
What Lampshade said was true partially, but I wanted to burn him on that other point. Lampshade is very comfortable.
Maybe one day I'll invite Ranger back, but again,
No,
I hate
no.
traitors, so.
Okay. Hate me all you want.
Shots fired.
You can hate the player, but not
All
the
right,
game.
let's get to the next question. John Moran, question. Now that I got 3PO, thanks for the help, Finn and Grande. I need bounty hunters for Chewie. I have Bosk and Boba at gear 12, Dengar and Cad Bane at 11, Zam, Greedo, and IG-88 at gear 9. Can I 7-star Chewie? I have Zeta
God,
Bosk.
yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep, no problem.
If you got Zeta Boss, man, you're pretty much good to go. You're gonna have to probably play it a couple times, but you're gonna be fine.
Agreed. Next question. Thane Kyrell, question. Where is Adastra? Why is she not on the stream? She joins us for the Jedi Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So on Saturday, we have to see the schedule because this Saturday we should be having the Jedi Academy, but it is the holidays. So we'll see who is and isn't available, but we should have the stream, so make sure you check it out. ForceMaster77, question. What dates are you fine folks at RSG streaming over the holidays? So I think we're doing...
Much.
Yeah, we're not going to do... I don't think we're going to do Monday and Tuesday next week.
No, that's going to be Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah. Wednesday night we should have the night stream, but I don't know if we're going to do the lunch stream.
No.
But I think after that we should be fine, right? Thursday and Friday we should be good. And then I have to see, because then we hit New Year's and all of that, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then the following Monday and Tuesday are New Year's Eve and New Year's, so we're probably not doing that either. So I think Thursday, Friday next week for the lunch stream, Wednesday night, we probably won't have Jedi Academy the following week. This week we should, and then the following week we'll probably pick it up on Wednesday. So there you go. Aparengo, question, what's better now, a 5-star Traya team or CLS Han, Chewie, C-3PO, R2 team for top arena?
I would say that CLS team can beat Traya, but that Traya, I guess it can beat Revan. It's just tricky. You have to have the mods for it. But you just climb on the 7-star Trayas up to the top, basically.
Yeah,
that's what I used to do with Maul. I used to climb on the Mauls all the way to the top, and then when they went away, I was very sad.
You used to just play Leapfrog all the way
up?
Yeah,
just play Leapfrog all the way up. Maul first.
That's what I do with mine.
I can't remember I think it was maybe Ray or CLS or something. I can't remember what the new meta was at the time, but I remember I couldn't beat it, and so I would just climb on Maul all the way.
All right. Ouchie, we have a question specific for you.
All right.
From Thane Kyrell.
Oh, boy.
So he said, if you could go porg hunting with any one of the RSG crew, who would you go with and why? Also, what Star Wars weapon would you use?
Well, I'd probably go with... I'd say Loki. Because he'd be fun to see his reaction.
Yes!
And probably one of... if he could build a real lightsaber, then it would be that. Not a prop, but a real one.
Yeah.
For skewering porgs and having a barbecue.
I picture him fist pumping and like jumping around right now.
I can too. Like swinging his fists. Yes.
You know I'm gonna be there next month.
Where? North Carolina?
Yes.
I am.
He's gonna be in. That's what. I was actually gonna get up with you and Zabiff, see if we could all like just do a road trip over to see Loki.
Oh man.
Well, he's gonna be over like in the west, right? Is he gonna be over in Charlotte?
That's what they do over there.
I think near Charlotte, right? Yeah.
I can't get over there.
I'll send you an Uber. Let's do it.
Let me Uber you, baby. I'll Uber you over.
The Lyft Deluxe.
Then get you an Uber back home when it's time to go.
The black Suburban. Driven by an Indian dude named Finn.
Aww.
All right. Next question. Jeff Nicholson, question. I want to place 2 Night Sister teams in the next Grand Arena. Any thoughts on 2 team comps?
I like Dasa lead.
Ooh.
Thought the ladies were answering. That's why I was being quiet.
Yeah, we don't talk, Grande. That's the rule of Fight Club here.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
I'm
good.
thrown off.
glad.
Jeff
Loki can talk
Nicholson is
'cause we're
also
doing-
in Raleigh. You see that, Alchie? Jeff Nicholson he lives in Raleigh. He's close to us. Word, North Carolina. Okay, go ahead. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
2 Night Sister teams. What would you put with Daka, Loki?
Probably zombie, and then we can like cheese it and try acolyte maybe.
Wait, why does Loki get to talk? Loki, shut up.
Sorry.
He was summoned by T-Money.
Oh,
That's
well,
yes.
damn it. Crap.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm thinking that zombie goes with Asajj to build up her damage, as much as
Yes.
you can on a 3-person, 3-unit squad. It might have to be.
I like the defense, and I like the stacking. I like the extra health from Daka's lead somehow, and then you stack that with like zombie, right?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm thinking the timeout teams, because it's a little bit of a timeout team. There's one of the Night Brother Nick from the Night Sisters server. He made one with Daka, Zombie, Ventress, Hals, and Wampa. And it just takes so long to build up the health on it. I think you could kill it.
I mean,
without
we're
the
talking
speed.
3v3 now, right? Because the problem now is there are going to be a lot of timeout teams because it's only 3v3.
But you still have 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's 3v3. That's the issue, right?
But if it's timeout team, they don't have any damage. I'm not scared of Daka. Come on, bring it, sister.
Yeah, but if you, how many times do you have to kill? You have to kill Daka twice, right? That's
Twice.
the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Maybe.
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm thinking you put Nest alone on a team. That's a team, right? You just go solo Nest and let them figure out how to take her out, right? So I think the timeout thing is going to be happening, but
if you with your mods can make them fast, I was trying it in Arena, and it just you lose that 30 speed too, right? So you don't have the speedy Night Sisters anymore. You got slow, lazy 250, 230 speed Night Sisters. Mine are anyway. How fast is your zombie, you jerk?
I don't even know anymore. I don't put speed. No, because after they changed, we talked about just stacking her with health and letting it do its thing. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna react, honestly. But I mean, I was thinking Daka lead and then maybe Ventress lead for 2 teams. I don't know. Hide Talzin somewhere. Yeah.
Talzin may end up a better lead because she'll be able to res just on the attacks. So if you're losing zombie, right, and you're putting Daka on the other team, then Talzin lead gives you a res with that Night Sister team potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you can have 2 res teams, right? So you can split Daka somewhere. So both teams have a res, right? So yeah, maybe Ventress lead with Daka and then Talzin with somebody else, right? With like Spirit or maybe Talia or something. I don't know.
I was thinking too, Daka, Zombie, and Scarab with Pathfinder could be an annoying team on timeout too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Next question. Go ahead, Grande. Is Grande saying something?
I was muted. I'm not muted now, though.
Okay. I thought you said something, but okay. Next question. Operingo
Best.
question. You said multiple times that CG doesn't have enough testers. Is expected that we find things that they don't see. But come on, C3PO, we have 2 resistance leaders only. Even that, I don't consider myself the greatest strategist. Was thinking about combining Finn with C3PO and Rebels. Shouldn't have them caught that one. Again, only 2 leaders to test.
Yes, they should have. this note about we don't have the person power. It's like, then just
I
call
agree
it.
with you. They should have caught it, right? I mean, it's an infinite loop. And 6 dudes came out with it day 1.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, how many alpha testers, how many beta testers do they really have? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Next question. As a former Magic the Gathering and other game content creator, I thought about starting doing SWGOH videos. Do you feel the community is oversaturated with content? I don't think so. As long as it's something original, you'll find people that'll watch it.
Yeah, if you want to do it, man.
This week we didn't, but we typically do like videos of the week because people do spend their time to make videos, and even the smaller ones come up with some of the most fun videos, and then some of the most interesting ones. Like they come up with these different team combinations that you would never see. The other thing that I really like to see is there's a lot of people that make videos when they're newer players, and oftentimes you kind of forget what happened when you were at that level, with all of these new characters that can change the way that you deal with like a tier 5 Rancor or a normal AAT or whatever it is, right? Like you lose touch with that. And so I like watching a lot of the lower videos, actually, like the ones that aren't level 85 and going after heroic Sith all of the time and playing with the newest pay-to-play characters and all that. Like those really don't interest me all that much. I watch it because I want to make sure I understand the mechanics and whatnot, but the ones that I actually find the most interesting are the newer players that are recording their experience and having the most fun. And the easiest one that I think a lot of our viewers and stuff know is Urban Blaster. And just watching his video and just watching him have fun with the characters and stuff, like those are like the most fun videos for me to kind of watch, outside of some of like the ones when I'm like listening for particular like knowledge and stuff. So if I'm watching like Operation Metaverse, or I'm watching one of Warrior's videos when something new comes out or whatever it is, like there's some that you watch for information, and then there's some that you watch for entertainment. And if you're making them in one of those niches and you do a good job, then it's never oversaturated.
I think the oversaturation perception comes when, you know, the game, you know, no offense Team Money, because you usually don't do this, but the game changers that release the same information that they were given for CG, and then you get like 20 videos in one day of the same kind of thing, and it feels very oversaturated.
We do that and it totally feels oversaturated.
It
but
feels
you also feel
oversaturated,
obligated, you know? Like but totally it's oversaturated at that point.
Well, that's part of the position. Yeah, you kind of have to do it, but that's where it feels that way. But then you also create other things like with Operation Metaverse that are really cool and unique, different, you know, strategies, and I think those are fun to watch. And I think like what Finn said, if you get like a niche. And a lot of people just go to the videos based on the personality. They gravitate towards one person or another based on their personalities just mesh with the way they describe and the way they do things. So there's always room for more.
There is. I mean, it's speaking as someone who started a channel in the last year, like I think we're, 6-7 months old. Like if we started at the beginning of the game, I feel like we could be, tens of thousands of subs, but we'll probably not get there, with because the market is saturated somewhat. So like the chance to have a really big channel, you're going to have something super unique, but if you want to put out videos that you love and start building a player base and you can play other games. I mean, these guys play so many games, right? There's, the world's your oyster with YouTube. It's just really starting to build your foundation of people who want to watch your stuff and putting out stuff regularly. And there's no time to do that like the present. There you go.
Yeah, and to jump in on that, I mean, the big piece with, starting these channels and whatnot, if you start with something you love, there's a lot of technical pieces, and you can ask Finn more about this on Discord or Ranger. I mean, there is a ton of technical pieces that go behind it, and if you start with something you love, it's not as bad going into it later. I would say, yeah, the market is saturated, but guess what? What if, Galaxy of Heroes 2 comes out. Well, guess what? Maybe you want to be a part of that. Or some other game like Looney Tunes. I mean, you never know where your passions will lie, but get the experience and start playing with it, especially if you love the game and you have fun with it. I feel like I'm playing as Mr. Positive today.
No, yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah. Yeah, because you can always expand, you can always change games. I think if people are interested in starting a new channel, to look at Twitch too, because those guys actually, like, if you're looking to monetize it eventually, those guys make way more money than YouTubers. Like they have like 50.
Well,
60
time to go to Twitch.
Yeah, no, seriously, like it's like there's just a different monetary piece.
I've been trying to get Finn to like work with me on simulcasting with Twitch so long.
Yeah.
The new year, McVenom, we'll start working on that. I know you got the account and everything, so we'll.
In order to do that, don't you have to have like boob cams and stuff like that?
What?
No.
Okay, we're not taking technical advice from Grande for anyone that's listening.
No.
Otherwise, we would be running on tin cans in order to do these chats.
And stolen Wi-Fi.
There's a
Ouchie, I think you
gazillion
need a new tin can. Let's go find you another tomato soup can so you can join the call here.
There's a gazillion chick gamers and like multi like co-ed gaming that they don't involve cam girls like showing stuff on Twitch. There's tons of it, so no, we're good.
Yeah.
Unless you want to, Grande, you can.
Science.
God, Grande's gonna be our cam girl now.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I'm telling you, we could totally have me.
I'd give you a dollar.
I don't care what
the dishes. We could have me walking the dog. We could have me helping kids with homework, all while streaming. It'll be awesome.
See, I don't care what anybody says. Grande's a looker in my book.
And on that note, let's go to the next
conversation is getting very weird.
Yeah, it really
it
is.
is.
Please
I'm going to
do
the
that.
next question.
Welcome.
Apropos
Sorry,
Moon says, question, as a father of 4, can I get a bulk discount on today's advertisement?
I'll if you're one of the first 100 callers. If you're not, then you're screwed, homie.
Next question. Revenator, we answered this one. Is RSG taking credit for SWGOH.GG introducing Meta Fleet Report? Yeah. Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah. Jeff Nicholson, question, is 3v3 Arena going to create its own Grand Arena meta? If yes, the Sith Triumvirate is probably going to be there, but will suddenly Tuskens and Geonosians have a day?
Oh my God, no.
Not Geonosians. Go read the leader ability of Poggle if you want to check that out.
And don't assume that the Triumvirate's going to be there.
I would.
There's
totally
lots of
agree
great ideas.
Triumvirate is definitely going to be there.
I'm not running the Triumvirate.
Does have a very defensive-oriented lead ability that can make it very difficult to kill Tuskens. Because he gives them defense, and then Tusken Shaman is a healer, and Tusken Raider does a lot of call to assist with his basic plus turn meter reduction, and then Tusken Shaman can be called to assist in order to add dots and stuff. The Tuskens
and he gives offense off. He gets offense.
The Tuskens are not good, and you're not telling people that they are.
Yeah, the Tuskens. As much
No,
as we try,
Ben.
I mean, Finity, my Tuskens are probably way better than they ever should be. And every time I throw them in, it's like a garbage team in P4 of the Sith Raid. It always
Yeah,
makes
but
me
now
chuckle.
this is 3v3, Grande.
Finn, give it up, man. Stop it. You're
I'm
shameful.
just telling you, they ain't cutting it, bro. They ain't cutting it, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna take my Urururu to level
Please
85
don't.
so we can put him on defense.
I will
when we
never
do Grand
show
Arena.
that on this stream. I will never help you with that, Finn. I cannot let you do that to yourself. I can't.
I'm actually gonna work on their gear now too. That's
Oh
how...
my God.
All right.
I think I have them all at gear 10 or better. I mean,
Oh
this
my
is
My
Lord.
Tusken Raider, I got to gear
may have
9
two of
back in the rank 4 days, but the other ones
I may have two of them at gear 11, actually, and they still are pathetic. And I actually have mods on them that match up with, you know, what they do, and it's still bad.
Think of the children, Finn. Think of the children. Next question.
I already put a Zeta on Rose Taco. I mean, at this point,
That's a good Zeta. It's
there's
not
no-
great, but it's not bad. I mean, you'll get some good use out of that.
All right. Next question, Captain Obvious. How do you make sure you don't miss out on the next Grand Arena, since some of us missed out the last 2 weeks of Grand Arena?
HAAT CG fixes are crap.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They put in the post that you can open a ticket to let them know if you had any issues, because it does appear to be like a small group like McVenom and stuff, so make sure that you do put that. Next one is from Daniel McCracken. Question: First Zeta going to EP. Where should my second go without Nihilus or Scion? Second on EP, Thrawn, or save for Nihilus or Scion?
Save.
Save.
I mean,
Don't put one on Thrawn. If you're fighting other Trayas, then all you're doing is giving everybody speed up, right? Because he's just shooting them. He's retaliating. He's giving them speed up, and then they're getting ability block, but they just shed it. So it's useless against Traya.
Have a Merry frickin' Christmas.
Very sad that I did that. Zeta.
All right. Next question, Matthew Richmond. Question: What teams are you going to use on defense in 3v3 Grand Arena?
No idea yet.
Mine is going to be up to you guys. I put up my defense.
Yeah, we'll talk
You guys
about it
can
on the
vote
Friday
one
stream.
team, so.
Yeah,
That's crazy. You guys are cray.
That's what we do, too.
I'm not particularly caring, so they all pick my defenses.
And he finished third.
I finished third. All right. Next one, Bimasu. Question: Can I get another stream with Tits playing that game as the chicken again? Thanks.
Oh my gosh, I was so bad at that game.
And Crumb was so good, and it was
I love
so funny.
I love watching the chicken just dancing around that.
Crumb was ridiculously good. He was like a sleeper coming in, just so good at it.
I'm getting a controller just to play that game.
I was bad, but then by comparison to Crumb's awesomeness, I looked 10 times worse. It was like
amazing.
awful.
We could do a montage of just Tits dying.
Me
and
dying.
It
And it wasn't even elegant.
Looking up, down, left, right, over.
Elegant death either. It was just like me jumping off a ledge or falling off a ledge.
It's like, and here goes Tits for her first man, and she jumped off the ledge and died.
Done.
Chicken montage.
We need a chicken montage, yes.
With
That's
me
what
just
that's
going,
brought us so far. We need a
yes,
good old Maurice montage, and we need a chicken montage.
Oh, God.
I've
I would
had
like
that
to play that.
specifically requested. Actually,
So when you were coming back earlier, you missed it. But one of the things that people were thankful for was good old Maurice, and we were thinking about making it into like a DVD exercise video,
oh, yes, absolutely.
showcasing each of the dances, so you can do your own exercising and dancing. The good old Maurice way.
Oh, I think the funniest thing about that was having the people from ACS judging him. They didn't know they were such good sports.
They were such good. They fit in like they were they fit
they're
in so
great.
well.
They're so good. I'm excited to meet them all when we go. I think it'll be fun.
They'll be there supporting us on our run, so it'll be fun to meet those guys. Montage, and I think Finn's on mute because he's not giving us questions.
I was waiting because you guys were still talking, so I wasn't sure if we were ready for the next one. Okay. So next question is from Hellenix. Says, question for the great Miss McTits McVenom. Did Finn share my Twitter response image with you on Skype?
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. It was the big CG middle finger.
Next one.
Well done.
Darth Tallywhack my knacker. Question: Who all needs Zetas being stuck with Boba, 88, Bane, Dengar, Greedo, and this we're stuck with in order to figure out to beat the Chewie event?
He didn't
so
have
he's
Bosk.
Not using Bosk. What Zetas does he need?
Oh,
Don't say to any other bounty hunters.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
No.
Wait for Bosk.
Yeah.
I
If those
zated
are
my
the
Boba
stuff
Fett
that-
unique.
Yeah, I don't like that Zeta.
And I got Chewie without Bosk.
All right. Next one, Hellenix. Question for the king of dad jokes, El Grande, Senor Grande El Papi Patrone. How did Luke know what Vader got him for Christmas, Grande? Grande still here?
Nope.
No, Grande left. Damn. I'm sorry, Hellenix. Grande left.
We'll tell the joke anyway.
Okay. So, how did Luke know what Darth Vader got him for Christmas?
How?
He felt his presence.
Aww.
That's kind of gross if you think about it.
Yeah, step one, put a hole in the box. Step two, Put your chunk in that box.
God. All right. Next question is from Takedown Games, and he says, "Question: Has anyone on the panel seen my Bosk Rancor bug and thought it was a great laugh? Anyone watched?" I did watch it, Xylo. Basically, it just kept on dropping the door. Just
nice.
The door was on cooldown, and Bosk was still able to topple. Like it was kind of silly. So yes, I have seen it. He keeps on attacking the dead door because it's the weakest target, and that's what the AI wants it to do on auto.
We need a montage.
All right. Next one. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot more questions here. Okay.
We gotta breeze through this because we got a roster review still to do and stuff.
I know. Let's see. We got that one. Then we got that one. Question: Helenix for Ouchie. Being that you absolutely loved my first ever YouTube video, I'd like to ask, what do you think of Go video? It features the voice talents of Finn, Ranger, and McVenom.
I have not seen that.
So he put together, I think this is the one he's talking about, which was putting together the 12 Days of Christmas thing with his suggestions. So I think he put it with audio and stuff. So we'll have to check it out later. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I have not seen it. Excuse me. Oh my god.
Next question, Contingent 33 question. Is it just me, or do the exclusive shards of Wampa and Hermit Yoda sting like what happened with Vader? It was an accomplishment to earn them, and now it seems a little cheapened. Not really, because it's only a one-time money purchase for 25 shards, I think, right? Is it money? I don't remember if it's money or if it's shards. There's only like a one-time purchase for 25 of them, so it's not awful. It's not like Vader where they then threw it into Fleet Store yet. Now that may be what they're doing, but who knows. Question from Helenix to the Sith Master himself, Ranger.
Oh.
In general, be it SWGOH or anything else, what's better, quality or quantity?
It depends. There's not a BL answer on that one. I mean, it's situational. If you use critical thinking, then you know that you don't pick one or the other.
I'd rather have a large quantity of money, even though the bills may not be wrinkly and stuff.
It's just depending on the circumstances. What is it you were referencing? What is the situation? So I don't have one over the other. It just depends on what I'm facing at the moment. Everything is going to be different.
Ranger is a Sith that does not deal in absolutes.
I do not deal with absolutes because that's how you get your damn ass in the lava.
All right. Question from Grim. Do you think the new Looney Tunes World of Mayhem will make CG do what they did when Marvel Strike Force came out and give us all sorts of cool stuff to keep us from playing Looney Tunes? Maybe.
I don't know.
Competition does breed these kind of things, but here's the one downside. Marvel Strike Force was kind of the first real major competitor, and it's still going, but it seems to not be as popular as when it was initially. So I think the fear from CG that something is going to overtake it has dropped. And worst case scenario, bring back Revan. So yeah, I don't think they're too worried. Apparingo question for the 3v3: will Stormtrooper Han work better with Kira and Enfys than L3? I've tested in P4 of the Heroic Sith, and Traya can't get through his protection until enraged, knowing how to control Isolate. T, what do you think?
I was listening, but I didn't quite understand. What was the first part?
Using Stormtrooper Han instead of L3 with Kira lead Enfys.
And
so he was saying that he tested it in Phase 4 of the Heroic Sith, and Traya wasn't able to get through Han's protection.
Be right back.
Oh, really? Han's pretty squishy, though. I guess he must have a sated Han or something?
Well, it would also be the Kira lead as well.
Oh, regaining protection? Yeah, that's a cool idea. I mean, L3 is going to regain protection too. It's going to be how you mod them to some extent.
It's at the tanks gate critical avoidance. So Han's going to have the 60% crit avoidance, and then he recovers 5% health every time he's damaged. So now he's recovering 5% health with Traya not critting, or whoever's attacking basically not critting, is the mechanic.
It sounds like you know about it. You tell us.
No, I don't really know specifically. I just know the abilities and how it may work, but 5% of protection is not a lot. I feel like you'd still be able to burst through that damage. Like, I wouldn't use a raid character in order to determine whether or not it would work. Like, Stormtrooper Han will cover 5% protection, which isn't a huge amount, and Kira is going to prevent you from doing crits, but there's so much focus on offense now with all of the new mod sets and everything. It will be interesting based on where you are in your GP, but I don't think at the higher levels it's going to stand. Han is actually, I really don't like him on defense for Grand Arena because he taunts and dies and you lose points very easily. Like, have you put Stormtrooper Han on defense at all, T?
Yeah, I have. Okay, I understand where we're going now. Okay, so yeah, I have put him on, and it got a hold, but I think it was more because of the L3 bug. There's a bug where Vader's dots don't stick on L3. She can cleanse them. So that's the guy who I was fighting reported that was an issue for him. So I do find him quite squishy. I think that he's great for feeding turn meter. I would rather have him in hand, but I don't have him at gear 12. I think he really needs to be at my GP anyway. He needs to be at gear 12 to be really useful. I panic farmed Zalbar to put in his spot in there this time. So I think he's better. Any tank that's not auto taunting or pre taunting really belongs in your hand. I think it doesn't belong on the board because, if I have three characters, Kira, what were the three that was just talking about? Nest. I mean, that's a kind of a cool team because you have Nest, so you can't power her down right away. But the first thing you're going to do is just kill Kira. Right, so kill Kira, 1, 2, 3, she's gone, and then kill Stormtrooper Han, 1, 2, 3, he's gone, and then you just have to kind of manage Nest or whatever, or manage her in between. But you have, if you have a pre-taunter or a tank that taunts when somebody goes below health, like Zalbar or Baze or Royal Guard, then your characters are going to be a little bit more protected. They're just going to be totally out in the open. Plus, you're going to waste a turn. You're going to waste a turn on a taunt. We were talking about that last night, where it's just you really need every turn to count in 3 versus 3, and if someone's putting up buffs or doing a heal or it's not ideal.
Yeah, and then to what you said, T, you are right that the protection recovery is a Zeta, so it is a pretty heavy investment to try and do that, T. Let's see. Next question.
Faster, Finn. Faster.
I know we only have a couple more left. Doc Arya question: how many crystals will we need for Sith February Journey event?
Oh, about 30,000.
Probably. Well, we've only gotten 2 of the Dark Side Old Republic, and there's a high chance that we're going to need 5 of them for it, which means that they're probably going to release it early in January if they're going to pull out something by the end of February, just cadence-wise. So, yeah, you're going to need a lot of crystals probably in order to do anything at that point. Red 5 question, anyone else feel like we're approaching the apex of the game and it'll soon die off? I hope not, but I feel like red flags are starting to appear.
I'm not really seeing it yet, so I'm not seeing that with this game yet. Still doing way too well, and there's still way too much stuff they can do.
I'm kind of an end of times lady. I've said that like when Revan was coming, but it was Jedi Knight Revan, so it was a little bit different. But I think we have our apex characters: Jedi Knight Luke, Darth Revan, the Millennium Falcon, Old Man Luke. I mean, is anybody really waiting for Old Man Luke? Like, oh God, I can't wait for Old Man Luke. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Porgs.
I mean,
I think that the game will keep going as long as it's making money, and it's just as simple as that.
Yeah, I try to tell T-Money not to be so apocalyptic, but she struck me violently, so that subject's never been brought again until now. Thank you, whoever asked that question.
All right, and then last question from Darth Tallywhack by Knacker. Question: was that Ouchie?
Was what, Ouchie?
You say hi. Say hi to Darth Tallywhack by Knacker.
Hello, Darth Tallywhack Manacker.
See, that's it. That was the last question.
Okay.
We end with Ouchie saying hello.
I actually just responded to him in the main chat. He was asking about using getting Chewy without Bosk, and I told him to check the Chewy chat channel because I think we put a whole bunch of stuff in there about what we did.
Yes, Helenix has like a whole guide in there, I think, if you scroll up in the Chewy chat.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So it is now that time of the stream where we end everything. But before we do, we're going to first shout out our Patreons. And then we're going to let T-Money pimp her stuff because she's been kind enough and gracious enough to join us today from the frozen tundra of the land of Canada. Where we all know that maple syrup and communists flow regularly out from that country. So it only behooves us to be gentlemanly and to let her...
And poutine. Don't forget the poutine.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. I forgot about that. And the ketchup chips. Damn it. There's too much. All right. These are our golden members, Patreon sponsors. We wanted to make sure we always shout them out. They go above and beyond just a normal Patreon. And we want to say thank you to all these folks for what you guys do to support us. Big shout out to Corinth as well for building this giant Death Star of a tower that we now have that is at my side. And I'm afraid to touch it because I think it's going to shoot a laser in my face and explode. With that, the lovely T-Money G, where can folks check you out?
Well, I have a channel with good old Maurice, the Joker, the dancer, called Operation Metaverse. And we stream on Tuesday nights at 9:30. We try to keep our stream tight. We've just met about how we're going to do that because we keep going over time. So we'll have a new format next week. Excited about that. And and we've just started giving workshops for our patrons that have been really popular, and put out videos. Oh yeah, I just put out a video.
Yes, I know.
What is it called?
Here, I'll look it up for you since I just got it. Biston's... Wait a minute. What does that say?
10 tips for building awesome 3v3 teams. So we had a 2-3 hour long stream last night, and I took all of these really great points from that came up during our conversation and from the chat, and just talked about kind of some overarching points, or not kind of giving you the 3v3 teams, although there's a whole bunch that we talk about in the... I cut up the stream a little bit and shortened it at the end. So we talk about some there, but just kind of like really overarching strategies for building your teams. Like what I mentioned there about having taunting, like auto taunters on the board. That's one of the strategies. So yes, I like that video a lot. I'm excited about it.
All right. And if you're watching us, that means you're watching the Reality Skewed Gamers. We do this every Wednesday night. We're going to have a lunch stream on Thursday and Friday. We're still up in the air about Jedi Academy. We'll let you know about that. But it is the holiday season. And so we're all busy and stuff like that. But for all our VIPs and Patreons and whoever, we are doing the Tits roster review right after this. So prepare yourselves for the
so you purple and gold patrons, you guys should have been emailed a link to the video. So we'll catch you there after this.
That's where we're going. So just want to thank everybody. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, not just for us, but please go to Operation Metaverse and support those guys that do wonderful stuff. And make sure you like the videos that they put out and the content, and subscribe to their channel like you do us. If you haven't subscribed to us or Operation Metaverse, you should. Great content coming out there all the time, so please support both channels. Just subscribe, and you know we're streaming live. We do it a lot more than they do, but they stream typically every Tuesday, so it behooves you to not only do that, but then you get notifications when they do all their videos that they do. So let's just make it happen. Thanks to everybody for stopping by tonight. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor. If you get a certain level, then you can come join the Tits roster review as well. It's a wonderful, happy holiday time. And then, if you haven't already, check out our ACS page. We're trying to raise money for American Cancer Society. They are an incredible organization, and we're very proud to be there. And that's why me, Finn, I can't speak about tits, but I know we are working out, running, getting in shape, watching our diets. And so, we're trying to do our part as well. So we need your support, but we love you guys. You're the reason we do this. Appreciate you all coming out. Keep showing that love and support. With that, we are going to end the stream, and we will catch you guys on the flip side for the Tits McVenom Ross review.
Later, guys.
See you then.